What is up, free-to-play nation? I'm the free-to-play Padawan. I love Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but I hate spending money on mobile games. And I believe that you can dominate this game without even spending a dime. But sometimes, you guys, if you are dominating this game too hard, you start to get burned out. And hopefully we're going to be able to help you with that. We got a bunch of people in the chat today. We got free-to-play Glue in the chat. Johnny Ramirez says, hello, hello, let's go. SLP Pancake Face says, I will be able to be here for like 2 minutes, but it is I, SLP Pancake Face. Welcome, man. Glad to have you. Glad to have you all. DOG says, yo, showtime. What is up, my friend? All right, you guys. So this is an issue that is near and dear to my heart because I've been playing this game almost since it came out. And, you know, I have had varying levels of seriousness with how serious I've taken the game. And I think all in all, I've not played the game for about 6 months since it came out. There was a period of time in there where I just got burned out. I moved on to other games, what have you. And then I always kept coming back because I love this game so much. So what happens? What causes you to get burned out? And I want the chat to get involved with me on this. I want to hear what causes you guys to feel burned out and what you do to try to fix it. But for me, what it is when you're pushing and pushing and pushing as hard as you can in a particular direction and you just don't feel like you're making the progress that you wanted to make. You are not growing quickly, or that character that you're going after is taking a super long time to farm. The relics are taking a super long time to farm with the gear 12. Whatever it is, it feels like it's taking forever, and that lack of progress makes me feel burnt out. And sometimes you're making so much progress that you you feel burnt out just because you got like wind burn for how fast you're going, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm growing so fast. And that's partly what's been happening to us lately. Our mods are terrible because our characters are coming up so fast. I've never played like this before. I've always been a super casual free-to-play player. But right now, we are being a try-hard free-to-play player. We're trying to show all the free-to-plays out there how to dominate this game without spending money. And it is working. It is working. Let's just have a quick little look here. We are currently rank 1 in fleet. This is our payout hour. However, we do have an executor that has been looming. He could displace us at any time, and if he does, we're sunk. And we're not doing that great at Squad Arena. We're top 100, which is good, but we haven't been pushing lately in Squad Arena. But anyway, let's stay focused. We're growing fast, and it's fun. It's fun to grow fast. It's fun to get this stuff coming in, but you can feel burnt out. So, what are some things that you can do when you start feeling burnt out? I've got a list. I want to thank all of the people in the Senate Discord that helped me out with some great answers, and in the Free-to-Play Nation Discord that helped me out with some great answers, and let's talk about these things right here. All right. One of the things that you can do when you start feeling burnt out is you can stop focusing on as many different upgrades at the same time. Like, I don't know, you know, different people work different ways, but I don't know how your guys' favorites list looks. My favorite list has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is for relic farming, so just 7 characters on it, and that to me feels like way too much. I guess I'm a fragile person, but I'm overwhelmed when I look at this. It's just like, this is a lot to do, and of course there's a million things we want to upgrade. So try to forget about all the things you want to upgrade and just pick one thing. If you take all your resources and focus them into one thing, or maybe 2 things, those characters will come up quickly and you will feel like you're making progress, and that will help you out. Something else, just to take a step back, that's kind of like the whole point of our whole channel, is to try to teach people how to build momentum into their account to try to combat the burnout that can happen when you just feel like you're not making any progress. If you build momentum, if you have a lot of resources coming in, then you will be able to perpetuate your growth for even longer. Let's take a quick look at the chat, because the chat is blowing up right now, and I am not keeping up. I am not keeping up. Hang on a second here. Okay. Van Lionheart says, afternoon Padawan, what's up, my friend? Vizsla's in the chat, let's go. Pancake Face says, I think Burnout is not seeing the results we want. As humans, we get a feeling of pride, and when we get something done that we want. So you're not getting that sense of pride from accomplishing the things you thought you would be accomplishing by now. That makes sense. Even Germ's in the chat. He's already late. That's fine. Yeah, the higher up you get in GP, you slow down that progress. All right, I'm going to continue on with my bullet points here, and then we'll kind of summarize what the chat is saying at the end. Please, if you're in the chat, keep on helping us out with more ideas on how you combat burnout. I just see Rafael Montero says, hey Padawan, please tell me this is not ending. This is not ending. I am not getting burnt out. I am not stopping. We are pledging forward, and one of the things that we're here's some tricks as to how we are pushing through any burnout that we are experiencing. Okay, so don't work on too many things. I just want to hit that point one more time. I want you guys to imagine that you have a hose in your hand. We call them a hose here in the States. I don't know what you call them, but you know, the long tube that water comes out of. You water your garden, you water your plants, whatever. Picture that hose, you got water coming out of that hose, and I want you to picture like 100 glasses, empty glasses on your driveway, and use that hose to kind of like spray all of the glasses at the same time. If your goal is to fill up a glass of water, it's going to take forever for any one of those glasses of water to get filled up. But if you just take the hose and one glass and you fill the glass up, it'll fill really fast. And that's the idea behind focusing your resources on one character, one thing at a time, is it'll make you feel like you're progressing a lot more quickly as opposed to trying to upgrade your whole roster or maybe a whole team all at once. I got kind of discouraged when we upgraded our Ewoks the other day for our C3PO event. It was super fun. We unlocked him at 5 stars, which is super exciting. But I had a lot of resources saved up, and we put them into our Ewoks, and we didn't make it very far. We did not make it very far on our Ewoks. None of them are level 85. None of them are higher than, I think, gear 8. Maybe one of them's gear 9, or a couple of them. I don't know. I don't know what these pictures mean. Let's see. I don't want to get distracted. Yeah, gear 9. A couple of them gear 9. But the point is, I decided I'm not going to just try to upgrade all my Ewoks at the same time. What did we just unlock? We just unlocked C3PO. C3PO is what I want to focus on. I want to get him all the way up to gear 11. He can only get up to gear 11 at 5 stars, but I'm going to get him there. I'm going to get him up to gear 11, and then I'll feel good about that, and that already makes me feel less stressed out. So the first thing is, don't work on too many things. Focus on 1 or 2 things at a time. Second thing is, have reasonable expectations of how long things are going to take and what you're trying to accomplish. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there that say, get your first Galactic Legend in 1 year. Or even there's people who have got it in like 9 months, which is incredible. It's an amazing accomplishment. But I don't feel like it's a realistic expectation for you to set for yourself to achieve that, especially if you start falling behind, you start getting discouraged. Instead of saying, I'm going to get my Galactic Legend at a certain point, set a lot of smaller goals that will help you reach that. And don't just say you want to get a Galactic Legend. Say, I want to get a Galactic Legend so that I can what? So say I want to get, for me, I want to get SLKR so that I can solo the Sith Triumvirate Raid. So that means once I get SLKR, then it'll be for a reason that is a measurable reason. So if you set reasonable goals, you have realistic timelines, and you set smaller goals along the way, like the finalizer for SLKR. One of my biggest goals so far has been unlocking the finalizer, and I'm still not there. I still don't have all the ships, but I'm making progress. I got my Houndstooth, and I got Slave 1, Xanadu Blood. We're making progress. We're getting some of these ships, TIE Silencer, First Order. But I don't have these characters geared up, and it just feels so overwhelming to try to do everything at once and to have this big goal to go for the big goals. So set smaller goals and celebrate when you accomplish those goals. We've got a channel in the Free to Play Nation Discord specifically for this. It's called Personal Accomplishments. or maybe it's personal achievements. The point is, you go in there, you post a screenshot of whatever it is that you're excited about. And it doesn't matter if it's a 2-star character, if it's a 5-star character, if it's a Gear 1 7-star character, whatever it is, if it's a Relic 7, whatever you're excited about, whatever your goal was that you accomplished, post it in there, and Free-to-Play Nation will celebrate with you and help you to be happy and satisfied with that accomplishment. So set realistic goals with realistic timelines and understand why you're going for those goals and celebrate when you get there. All right, another way to fight burnout in the game is to decide what it is about the game that you enjoy and then focus on that. Maybe it's territory wars. I got a buddy at work. He loves territory wars. It's his favorite thing. So whatever he's doing with his account is going to be territory war based because that's what he enjoys. Maybe it's territory battles. I've never experienced the light side Geonosia's territory battles, but I'm super excited about that. That is one of the main things that I'm thinking about when I'm planning out my account, is what I'm going to be using in the light side territory battles, keeping track of how many waves you complete, whatever. For a lot of people, it's Grand Arena, the thing that you enjoy the most. That is a bit of a dangerous one, because based on the matchmaking changes, it's impossible to get a 12-0 record for forever from now on. It's impossible. You're going to hit a wall where you will be losing approximately half the time, but maybe that doesn't matter. I mean, maybe you still enjoy going up against somebody that's way stronger than you and maybe having a chance. Whatever it is about the game that you enjoy, focus on that, and that will help you to avoid the burnout. All right, and there's a lot more tips. So I'm just gonna rattle off a couple more here. Farm up and gear up a passion team. I've got a buddy who used to be in the same guild with, and everybody said Ewoks are bad, don't gear them up, Ewoks are bad. But he was getting burned out from the game, and he said, you know what team I love? I love the Ewoks. And they were gear 11 or 10, 9, whatever they were for the C3PO unlock. And he said, I'm going to Relic up these Ewoks. And so he did. He took his Ewoks to Relic, and he said that it saved the game for him. He fell back in love with the game. He stepped back. Another tip that I have here is to step back to a more casual guild that's less competitive. So what he did, he stepped back from his super competitive guild, went to a casual guild, farmed up the Ewoks, got him to Relic, and then now, as far as I know, he is back in a competitive guild, essentially healed and restored from his burnout. He was going to quit the game, but because he geared up the Ewoks, even though they're not the best team, they're getting better. They're getting better with that Omicron. Find a team like that. For me, if it comes to it, there's two things that I want to do. I want to Relic up Poggle. I just do. I can't explain it. I want to Relic up Poggle. And the other character that I love, that I really want to Relic up, is Stormtrooper Han. Ever since I first got Stormtrooper Han, when I first started playing the game, I loved this character, and I want to Relic Stormtrooper Han. I just do. And so I've kind of got a couple of these characters in my back pocket when I start feeling burned out. These are the characters that I'm going to be going after, and I don't know where I'm going to use them, and a Relic Poggle isn't going to make the Geo team hardly any better at all. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a way to combat that burnout. This is a really good tip. Take 2 days off of the game. Just stop playing the game for 2 days. Tell your guild leaders, tell your officers, whatever. Say, I'm feeling burned out. I'm going to take a 2-day break. Don't log on. And you will find, for most of us out there, you will find that you really want to play the game while you're taking those 2 days off. Maybe day one, you're like, I'm just finally glad to get a break. By day two, you're like, man, I think I'm ready. We wait till day 3, then you turn it back on. It can be really healing to the burnout. Just take a short break. It can be really healing. And if that's not enough, try, like I say, stepping down to a more casual guild that doesn't have daily ticket requirements, that doesn't have guidance as to who you should and should not be farming. It can be super big camaraderie. And that's my last big tip, is find friendship and camaraderie with your guild. Make an effort to be social with the people in your guild. Talk to them. Maybe get to know them a little bit outside of the game. If you're close enough to any of them, get together and do something in real life. There's so many tips, you guys. So many tips for avoiding burnout. Maybe, pick a faction. There's some people who love the scoundrel faction. Just go crazy on that faction. Pick a character that people don't normally relic up. Like, I'm just looking at Zeb right here because he's right here. Say to yourself, I want to have the #1 offense Zeb in the whole world, the whole game. So you can go on to slugga.gg, although somebody probably does have a Relic 9 Zeb with maxed out offense. Whatever it is, just pick something and be the best at it. These are just ideas, stuff that you can do to differentiate yourself and have a little bit of fun. And my final tip is well, not my final tip, just to kind of summarize everything. Let me just go back over them really briefly. The first one is, don't work on too many things at once. Focus on 1 or 2 things at a time. Have reasonable expectations and set realistic goals for yourself. Find out what you enjoy and focus on that. Farm and gear up a passion team, a team that maybe isn't the best, but you love it. Rogue One is a good example. Ewoks, Jawas, whatever. Take 2 days off from the game. Join a more casual guild. This is the last tip that I found, and I particularly have enjoyed this since starting this channel, is to surround yourself by new players to the game. Whether that means joining a guild that has full of beginner players, joining a Discord that's full of beginner players. Beginner players love to ask questions, and they're excited about everything that they accomplish. The more that we play the game, we can get cynical, and we can get to where nothing is worth celebrating unless it's a Relic 8 Galactic Legend. It's like, no, that's bullcrap. I mean, if you get your first 7-star character, that blows your mind. You're super excited. Get around some new players, and it can be infectious how excited they are and how much they're enjoying the game. That can help you enjoy the game more, and you can give them a lot of guidance. Maybe you can go to a beginner guild, and you can be the person with your endgame account that helps them to clear the heroic raids, and that could be a huge benefit to them. You can donate all kinds of gear that you don't really need, and they need it desperately. Community is a great way to fight burnout in this game. All right, so I have not been looking at the chat for a long time. And I'm sorry, chat. Let's catch up on the chat. Okay, let's see what the chat has to say. Thank you. This chat overview is going to conclude our section of avoiding burnout, but this might spur some more conversations. Okay. Glue wants me to show the fleet. I will do that in a moment. Glue, my favorite list is like 12. Pancake Face says he's got 12 on his favorites. Night Snipe says, hey, what's up, Night Snipe? Ven Lionheart, I've got like 14 or 15 set as favorite right now between ships and characters. Yeah, I mean, setting up his favorites is one thing, but trying to work on them all at the same time, that can be overwhelming. Pancake Face says, as a person, I am natural at balancing things. Yeah, some people are just geared at multitasking better than others. Okay. Pancake Face gotta go. We'll see you, man. Ven Lionheart, the way I avoid burnout is when I'm not playing the game, I try to avoid thinking on it or talking about it unless I'm in the Discord. Okay, so you don't watch YouTube videos constantly while you're not playing the game. You're not watching YouTube videos about the game and talking to people about the game. You just take a break from the game while you're away from the game. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Brian Thompson says, keep pushing, Padawan. You're doing great. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate the encouragement. The community is helping me with this problem. Thank you very much. Johnny Ramirez says he's preaching to me. Arcade Insert Coin. Hello, guys. It's me, Miramani. Oh, what's up, Miramani? Good to see you. Ewoks save lives, 30 player. It's true. They saved the universe. Speaking of Omicron, did you see the GAC Omicron on Krennic? I have to test it. So even Germ, that might be something that gives you a lot of enjoyment. A lot of people are saying it's not going to be the greatest, but you've got Krennic Relic, right? Because you've got C. You could test it out and have a lot of fun having something that a lot of other people don't have. Coleman Traber says, CLS unlocked with Gear 1 Leia, Farm Boy Luke, and Relic 7 Stormtrooper on. Yeah. That would be fun. That would be fun. Alright, let's see here. Coleman Traber says 5877 special damage. Zeb is the one to beat. So you looked it up. That doesn't seem super high. I wonder how highly Relic he is. Doj says, why isn't Phoenix suggested in that Passion Team list? I'm sorry, Doj, you're right. Phoenix is a great Passion Team to consider. It should be. Glue is agreeing it should be. It is. It is. I'm just trying to list things off the top of my head. I didn't come super prepared because I just got home from work, but this is an important issue. All right, 30 Player says, maybe you also crave more competition and to not be engaged enough is burning you out. So maybe try to set a record of the lowest gear for events and stuff. That's a great idea, 30 Player. You're trying to be competitive with other people by unlocking legendaries with the lowest gear possible. That is a great idea. Something different, something to challenge yourself. It's a great idea. Imperial Troopers are still fun. Yeah, Imperial Troopers is one of those teams that I really, really want, but they haven't fit into my plan yet. Well, they fit into my plan later. They just aren't in the plan yet. But if I start feeling burned out, I'm just going to go right for those troopers because they're so fun. Coleman Traber says, to celebrate Stormtrooper Han, cash in his Shard Shop currency? Yeah, I could, couldn't I? I don't know where I'm getting all that Shard Shop currency for Stormtrooper Han. I guess the game has given me. I guess he didn't have much, did he? I forget. All right, Even Germ says, for me, it's the fact that I use him with troopers when he assists Piet. Dark Trooper is going to assist him at least. Yeah, Even Germ, you have a very unique and very smart way of using Krennic with Death Trooper, and I loved it when you told me about it. I thought it was very intelligent, and it could work very well with the Omicron. All right, you guys. Yeah, Akbar, Princess Leia, Stormtrooper Han. I'm going to make a team someday, you guys. It's going to be a bad team, but I'm going to love it. I am going to love it. All right, well, let's transition into the next section. I've got a full page. I normally have one page of notes for my whole stream. That was a full page just on that discussion right there. All right. Let's knock out a few dailies here. Let's see what's going on in the inbox. Grand Arena rewards. Squad Arena rewards. Love it, love it. Free-to-play Glue wanted me to show the fleet. Well, let's, I don't know. Will it show the fleet if we click here? I forget. No, it won't. Okay, so let's just go to the ships. I use Houndstooth, Spy, and Soldier. This is my starting 3. We got Relic 5, Relic 5, Relic 4. This is my starting 3. And then Sunfac, Anakin, and Vulture. Where's Vulture? Vulture, I think, is not marked. Vulture right here. Sunfac, Anakin, and Vulture, along with Plo Koon, right here. That's my fleet. And Vulture is maxed out. Anakin is getting close to Relic. In fact, I was gonna title this stream, what is the point of having crystals if you don't spend them? Because I am ready to take this Anakin to Relic. I have farmed. This is an example of what I'm talking about where it feels like you haven't made progress. I've been farming this piece of gear for like 3 weeks. This one piece of gear. I had to farm 100 Chirotech. I had to farm 50 of these, and I'm in the middle of farming 50 of these. And you know what? I've got 25, and I also have some crystals, so let's do it, you guys. Let's do it right now. Let's buy 25 of these. 875 crystals. We've got 3,500 crystals, and they're burning a hole in my pocket. Let's do it. Let's take this Anakin to Relic. Let's take this Anakin to Relic. Yes, yes. Nice, nice. My Jedi Anakin is now Relic 0. Well, let's take him up a little bit. We got Dalton Miles says, hello there, free-to-play Padawan. General Kenobi, what's up, man? Dalton is like one of my top commenters in my YouTube videos, and he has always hit me with the hello there. I love it, man, and I'm glad that you're here on the stream. Glue says bounty hunters are fun. See, that's perfect, Glue. Bounty hunters are a super fun faction. Pick a bounty hunter team that you love and build it. Build it. 30 player says, I'm starting with Imperial Troopers on my alt. They're a good early game and they go into my plans well. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, Glue says a Sith team is fun also. And Glue just pulled 5 shards from the Vulture droid node. Congratulations, that is awesome. Alright, let's take this bad boy up to some relics here. Relic, I'd like to do Relic 5. I'd really like to do Relic 7, but I'm going to hold off on Relic 7 on anybody for the foreseeable future, just because Relic 6 and Relic 7 are very expensive. And I like to use a character at Relic 5 first to see how I like them at that point. Anakin's offense is very important, so let's see what Anakin's offense is once we're done with these upgrades here. Look at that, we can take him all the way to 5. Let's do it. We're out of the first slicing material now, but that's a problem for another day. That's a problem for another day. It looks like we could take him to 6 except for these Electrium conductors. Let's see, what do we even have that could scrap for these? I'm just curious. I'm not going to do it. So we've got a whole piece here, a whole piece here, and we've got some salvage. These right here I've been farming to for this purpose, for Electrium conductors. So we would want to go to this piece. Well, we can't click on that piece, but we'd want to find this piece on somebody and craft it up, because we've got 269 of those. So when it comes time, we've got some stuff in the bank. We've got some stuff in the bank. Okay, yeah, Terra Beast. Woo, Anakin Relic for when I get here. Hey, yo, Padawan, what's up, Terra Beast? Raphael says, good to see that you also buy gear pieces when you have the shards to spare. I thought it was only me who did it, and that was a bad use of them. Sometimes you just gotta loosen up and have a little fun. You know? This game, if you play it to maximum efficiency, you will grow faster than anybody who's not. But it's not the most fun way to play. Sometimes you just gotta let loose and buy a piece of gear. Okay. Arcade Insert Coin says, what song is this? This is No Starlight Day Beat by Nana Kwabena. I do not know anything about it. This is something that I got off of YouTube Music. And if it's on YouTube Music, then it means that I can use it without worried about copyright. And now that we put Anakin up to Relic, let's go ahead and slap these gear pieces on 5s, who is our next target. And would you guys believe that these 4 gear pieces on 5s were already ready to go as soon as I took them to gear 12, and that is in large part because of the Sith Triumvirate Raid. I keep telling you guys, gotta try to get into that top 10 of the Sith Triumvirate Raid. It is super helpful. So now we have this same doggone piece, and I don't even have 124,000 credits. I'm hurting on the credits, you guys. I am hurting. And we have this piece, which shouldn't be too bad. We've got those already, and this one, you know, that's not too bad. So we'll start with this piece when we get to farming, and then we'll transition to that piece right there. Nice Knife says, go Relic 7, man. If we had the materials, we might just do it. I'm curious, what is his offense at now? Because we do not have the mods that we want on him permanently. We've got fine mods on him. I hate taking characters to Relic and not having them modded exactly the way I want, but the Relics are coming faster than the mods. Let's see here. His speed is slow, I know it is, 237. Oh, that's only plus 73 speed. We got a little extra crit damage, 42%. His potency is good. I'm happy, well, it could be better, but 94% is enough to make people think about it. And the physical offense is about 7,500. Like no crit chance. We gotta put better mods on this bad boy. He'll be fine though. He'll be fine. We'll test him out in Conquest. So why do I want a Relic Anakin? 1, for his ship. It's a fantastic ship. The Relic's making better. 2, for the Padme team. My Padme team has 0 Relics on it up until right now. Anakin's my first Relic for that team. And just because he's a great Jedi. He's a great Jedi all the way to the end game. He's still great. Let's go ahead and take him off the list. Rafael Montero says, were you slicing mods? Why do you have such a little credits? It's because of those doggone Ewoks. The Ewoks took all of my resources. I had like 20 million credits before last stream where we were getting the Ewoks ready. And they took them all. They took them all. Okay, let's see. I've missed something in the chat. Let's see here. DOG says, crystals make the dream work. Use them to keep your content in progress. Perfect use. Thank you, DOG. I appreciate that. Glue says, I want a Relic Anakin when I can. He's a great Relic. Great Relic. Okay. Warrior says, congrats. I got my Anakin to R5 a few days ago. He is amazing. Awesome, man. Awesome. Even Germ says, Jedi Knight Anakin doesn't need offense. Crit damage for Jedi Knight Revan teams. Speed for Qui-Gon. And health for Padme. I would disagree. Even Germ, I think that he does need offense. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Glue is asking what characters do I put in a Padme team. That's a great question. We'll talk about that in a minute. Nice Time says, I had the finisher immediately when I got 5's Gear 12 and all left pieces. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Terrabase is working on that Darth Revan grind, the Gear 13. He'll probably take me around a week and then I'll try for R7. R7 Darth Revan is nasty. Nasty, nasty. Yeah, DOG saying the credits to take them from level 1 to level 85 is just brutal. And none of them are level 85, so that just goes to show you how much more I have to spend on them. Yeah, Terrabase is saying 1 to 85 is like 6 million. I think it is. I think it is. And then, you know, 1 star to 7 stars is like another 1.8 million or something like that. It's over 40 million to get a full 5-man team up and running. Okay, I gotta make sure I don't close anything out. Glue is asking, who should I put on the Padme team? Let's take a quick look. This is my Padme team, and I'm super excited now that I got C3PO. This, to me, is the ultimate pre-Commander Ahsoka Tano Padme team. Padme, Jedi Knight Anakin, Ahsoka Tano, General Kenobi, and C3PO. Now, the problem with putting C3PO in here is because he is really necessary for the CLS team. So if you have CLS and Padme, you want to put C3PO with CLS. But if you don't have CLS, which I don't, C3PO does great on the Padme team. Now, some other replacements here. You really need this core 4, the Padme, Anakin, Ahsoka, Kenobi, core 4. But this 5th one can be Shaak T, it can be R2-D2, it can be Barriss, it can be, what is her name? The one that I had here instead. She's a blue Jedi. I forget her name for some reason, but let's see if we can find her. Let's see if you can find her. Yeah, can I go for R2 if I don't have C3? Yeah, Glue, R2 was really good in the Padme team. Really good in the Padme team. I've got this girl, but I can't think of her name. Let's find out. Ayla Sakura. I don't. That's probably not how you say it. Ayla Sakura does well in the Padme team. Just good. Okay, well, you know, we talked about Burnout, and we did a little splurging with Anakin's gear. Let's knock out a few dailies, and then we will get into a very exciting roster spotlight. And that is the roster spotlight of free-to-play Ollie, our free-to-play brother in the Discord. He has helped us to grow our channel so much. We're not going to buy those. Whoops, I almost bought 3 of those. I'm not saying don't refresh Conquest, because I have a couple times. I'm just saying I don't want to buy all 3 refreshes just like everything else. Ollie, thank you guys so much for everybody who's come from Ollie's community. You guys are making the Discord even so much better. We love having you, and it is your Discord now. Free to Play Nation is a conglomerate of the Intimidation community, the Free to Play Ollie community, and the Padawan community. And it is starting to become a conglomerate of the old bald guy gaming community, because he's being super active in the Discord. It's an exciting place to be. It is an exciting place to be. Okay, who are we farming? Current farms. Darth Sion. Let's go for it. Find him. There we go. 2 shards for that ship. That's good. That's a good day. Yeah, Doj, you're right. It's Ayla. It's Ayla. We are looking for our boy, First Order Stormtrooper. I think that we're getting him from the light side. No, we are getting him from the dark side. Yeah, because we need this gear a little more. Looks like I've already farmed him today. Let's farm him again. Why not? He's only 60 energy. I'm not planning on double farming him, but I have farmed him from the wrong node today, so we'll farm him from the proper node. Let's go after Wrecker. This is primarily for the ship that's associated, but we get a bonus Wrecker. Why not, right? Already did that one today. And we are going for Wicket. Wicket is getting close, you guys. Wicket is getting close. 69 out of 100. Would you look at that? What a number. Grandmaster Broda says, get them train numbers up. You got it, man. You got it. All right, and then the final ship we are farming is the... You know what? I keep forgetting. I think it was Coleman Traber gave me this idea, and I need to do it. We're gonna put Jedi Consular here. That's how we're gonna do it. Because we are farming. Do I have him activated, unlocked? Yeah, here he is. We are farming the Hyena Bomber, which is on the same node as his ship. So we're going to click on him, then we're going to click on his ship, and then we're going to go to find... It's a little roundabout way, but it's going to get us there. There it is. That's the one we're farming, the Hyena Bomber. And we are 83 out of 100, so we're getting close to that farm. See, this is one of those things, you guys. I have finished a lot of ship farms since I've started. And I have not really celebrated them, but ship farms take a long time. Let's just celebrate them right now. Let's just celebrate them right now. Every 7-star ship deserves to be celebrated. Houndstooth, that is a monster farm. Anakin ship, 7 stars, monster farm. Spy, Sun, Falcon, Soldier. They were 3 of my first, and they're easier to get, but still took a while. Vader ship is 7 stars. Five's a ship is 7 stars. Ahsoka ship is 7 stars. The Slave One, the Plo Koon, the Xanadu Blood, Clone Sergeant, Rex is 2 shards away from 7 shards. TIE Silencer, First Order TIE Fighter, the Executrix. Y'all know that took a minute to get the Executrix to 7 stars. The Vulture Droid, the Cassian's U-Wing. It's exciting, you guys. The Imperial TIE Fighter, I haven't taken him up, but he's 7 stars. The Malevolence is ready to activate, but we're not activating him yet, and you guys know why. Man, it's a lot. This is a lot of farming, and this is the thing I'm probably the most proud about so far with how accessible it has not been. We're 150 out of 145 of the Razor Crest. We don't have BAM. We're not planning to get BAM for a while because I don't see any reason to unlock BAM until the ship is ready to go 7 stars. But this is for an eventual Executor fleet that I want to have. The ship farms take a long time in this game. I'm proud of that, and I'm celebrating that to fight Burnout. Let's fight Burnout together. Night Snipe says, could you please get rid of the red dots on the squads tab? It's bothering me. The red dots on the squads tab. What? Oh, just click that. Yeah. Wait. What now? Why does it still show 3? It's still there. How do I get rid of it, Night Snipe? Do I click this? Raphael says, how far are you from a 7-star command shuttle? See, that's a great question, but that is one of the things that I want to encourage you guys to not just think about what you don't have yet. Think about what you do have, like we just did. Go through and celebrate what you've got. But I still have a ways to go. Here we go. Kylo Ren shuttle, 161 out of 330. This ship was way behind all the other ships, but it's okay because I don't have any of these pilots. I don't have Kylo Ren unlocked at all. Phasma, maybe I have unlocked. First Order Stormtrooper, I just started farming him. I'm a long way from getting this ship up and running, so it's okay that the shards are behind. And in fact, one of the things that has been getting me overwhelmed lately is I've been trying to go for an eventual Supreme Leader Kylo Ren push and a gas push. So the plan all along was to get gas first and then go for SLKR. But I knew that the finalizer takes a long time, so I said I'm going to go for gas and finalizer at the same time, and then I'm going to go for SLKR after gas is done. Well, just thinking about upgrading, this is unlocking and upgrading 3 pilots just to get 1 ship up and running. My crew is garbage. I mean, he's 7 stars, but I need to gear him up. This first order TIE pilot is level 1, gear 1. I mean, this. So I just decided, you know what? I'm going to farm the shards. I'm going to farm the shards. I'm not going to worry about even starting to unlock the finalizer until I'm done with gas. I'm going to get gas, and then I'm going to get the finalizer, and then I'm going to get SLKR. And I'm not going to try to get them all at the same time. You know, focus on one thing at a time. Everything that I was telling you guys at the beginning of the stream is stuff that I was also telling myself. It's important. It's important. Yeah, Raphael says you got the Razor Crest solely from normal mode conquest. It is all that I've spent that currency on, period, since I unlocked conquest. But it's still only 5 stars. It's less than half the way done. 150 shards is less than half of 330. But once again, I'm not celebrating what I have done. I'm talking about what I haven't done. We got to change our mind. DOG says big farm shot. Okay, let's see here. Ahsoka's ship shoots shots, big shot. Probably scroll down. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry, my man. I'm sorry. I can't fix it. Maybe we could try to figure out how to fix it outside of the stream later. For now, I got to keep pushing. Cantina battles. We are farming the gray. We're trying to get the gray stuff up to 400, and we just used a bunch of it. So that's going to take a hot minute to get it up to 400. But got to have a baseline to work with. Grandmaster Broda, buying cat shards in Conquest myself. That is probably the better option besides Razor Crest. My whole thought process was I got to keep the fleet crystals flowing. That's how I'm fueling my whole account. So I got to go after whatever's going to help make that happen. So that's why I went after the Razor Crest. But y'all know the Executor, especially after Gas and after SLKR, it's a ways down the road. It just is. It's a ways down the road, and that's okay. All right, and the ships. Let's finish up our farming, and then we're going to get into this free-to-play Ollie roster spotlight. We are farming the Zalbar node. We are farming the Jolie node. We're farming these out of fleet because our regular energy is just too precious. There's too many hard farms we want to go for. And then out of fleet, we're also farming Enfys Nest. And, 6 Enfys Nest shards. And the Mando. 4 Mando shards. Great. And plus 3 of these. We got a bunch of those. That's not worth being excited about. That's not worth being excited about. Some things are and some things aren't. Night Snipe says, in the recommended tab where the teams are, squads, recommended. Scroll down. This might be it. This might be all we need to do. All right. Hey, you're right. That was it. That was it. That was it. Dom says, hi, my Wi-Fi decided to fall. My Wi-Fi decided to fall through the earth, so not good. Oh my. Well, glad you're back. Brian Thompson says, okay, finally home so I can actually watch. Do you have some Chinese food tonight? Friday night's a good night for some Chinese food, my man. Dr. Slides going after Maul in Conquest. These Conquest characters can be painful to grind. Ooh, Maul, that's exciting. That is exciting, exciting. And anytime you guys get anything exciting, I want you to put it in that Discord. You motivate and inspire all of us. Whenever you accomplish something, it helps us to believe that we also can accomplish stuff. All right. So we're going to spend the rest of our fleet energy and regular energy on our current gear farm, who is 5s. So we are going to spend the regular energy right here. I believe this is regular energy. Here we go. Excellent. 2 pieces. We'll take it. And then the fleet energy is going to go towards this piece, which takes a lot of fleet energy to get. No, we're just going to get it with energy. Here we go. I don't think ooh, 6 of them. That's good. 6 and 1. Like I think it was 20. 20 20 runs for 6. That's great for the Mark 12 Fusion Furnace. All right, you guys, let's hop into these shops. We have not, we're running pretty low on credits. We have not bought any Malevolent Shards in a while. We've got the currency. Let's get in here and buy the Malevolent Shards. We unlocked this thing to 7 stars, the Cassian's U-Wing, last stream. So we're getting the Shard Shop currency every time we purchase it now. I am super far behind on Carbantes, so all of this currency is going towards Carbantes, and that is all she wrote, all the guild store currency. Squad Arena, we're going back after Prestige. We finished Asajj's shards. She's not leveled up or anything, one thing at a time. The Asajj grind is for gas. So Asajj's shards are now complete. Let's buy some Shard Shop currency out of here and make a little progress on Wedge's X-Wing. Make a little progress on the Resistance X-Wing here. It'd be cool if Rex was here. We're buying the Wedge's X-Wing out of the Galactic War Store. I'm just trying to get everything. At this point, we have so many of the things that we already want. I'm just trying to get everything. I'm just trying not to spend too much at one time. But we want to get Scarif Rebel Pathfinder out of the Fleet Arena store, Darth Maul out of the Fleet Arena store, Wedge Antilles out of the Fleet Arena, Cody out of the Fleet Arena. We have so much Fleet Arena currency coming in. We want to try to prioritize that. Okay, the Guild Event store, the Malevolence, let's do it. Let's buy some Malevolent Shards. We want to get the Malevolent 7 stars before we start going after the Negotiator. And we are also buying Hermit Yoda. Let's go. Boom, boom, pow. He's getting close to an unlock. So many characters are getting close to an unlock. And it's just limited resources, you guys. One thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. We have 120 is our new baseline of these purple pieces of gear. And that's one of the reasons why we were able to upgrade those 4 pieces of gear on 5s like we did immediately, is because we try to stay on top of the purple pieces of gear in the Shard Shop that are to the left of the orange bunt cake or turbine or whatever it is, the Mark II pulse modulator. And this currency, the conquest currency, is going exclusively towards the Razor Crest, and there he is. Let's buy 5 more Razor Crest shards together, you guys. Oh yeah. All right, we got Bimgus in the chat. Hey Padawan, what is up, man? Brian Thompson got pasta and tuna being healthy tonight. Aha. Let's see here. A lot of people in the chat. Yeah, Darth Raki caught the live stream. Nice. Welcome, welcome. Coleman Traver says 4 Vulture Droid shards on the alt. That is a good poll. That's a great poll. Yeah, 23,000 Shard Shop currency. Night Snipe. It's because of the because of this right here. It's because of this Cassian's U-Wing. We, in the last stream, we upgraded it to 7 stars and we had like, I don't know, 700 shards for it. This is really good Shard Shop currency right here. Plus, all these ships that we have been farming have characters attached to them. And you get about 700 shards for the character when you get 330 shards for the ship, somewhere around there. So that was a lot of Shard Shop currency over time as well. Okay. We've done some dailies. We've done some shops. We spent some energy. Let's collect our dailies, see how we're getting along, and then we're going to jump into this roster spotlight. I keep saying it. It's time to finally do it. We're going slow tonight, guys. We're going slow. We're having fun, though. I don't know how ads work on YouTube. Whoops. Okay, they're talking amongst themselves. We'll let that continue. Alright, claim that. We're going to save the Galactic March in case we need it for our character spotlight. Let's do this. And that's our dailies basically done, besides Galactic War, which is simmable. We don't want to sim it, though. Okay, let's check our fleet. Honestly, if we're not in number 1 anymore, there's nothing we can do about it, because we can't beat the Executor. We are in number 1. The Executor is currently sitting at number 3. This is not his payout hour, but he can knock us back, and there's nothing we can do about it. The only person around here that can knock him back is Big Pat. He normally runs the Malevolence fleet. He put in his Executrix so that it would be easier for me to displace him. So he was at 1, and he let me swap with him because it's my day to get max payout. And now if Nubian takes number 1, nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. Where is Ollie at? Ollie wanted to be here. He said that he couldn't make it because he is having a healthy game-life balance. He's prioritizing family tonight, which is fantastic. Fantastic. But he did tell us some answers to some questions in the Discord. I spoke to him about what he loves about his account, and we're going to take a look at it. Let's take a look at his account first of all. Here we go. Free-to-play Ollie, one of the greatest minds in the free-to-play Star Wars community right now. He's a super early game specialist. He really enjoys the level 1 to level 85 grind. For whatever reason, that's what he loves. So he has his main account, or I don't even know if it's main. It's the one that we fought against in Grand Arena. He's got this account that he still plays, and then he's working on another account, leveling it to level 85 currently. Once he's got it to level 85, he says he's going to play a couple of Grand Arena seasons and then start again with a brand new one. So if you have questions about how to get to level 85 efficiently and arrive at Grand Arena with a great roster, Free-to-Play Ollie is your man. He is amazing. He's got all kinds of content in the Discord. If you haven't checked him out yet, check him out. Super good. And what he's done is he got to a certain point with this roster, and then he started letting his community decide who he levels up next, who he puts Zetas on next. So he's kind of hands off with this account. He's still doing all the work and, you know, putting in all the effort, but as far as where this account is going, it kind of belongs to his community at this point. So he makes them vote on who to Relic next, who to Zeta next, and apparently they're all about the CLS team right now. Rightfully so, because this is a nasty team. Yeah, Glue says Project Doom is his current project. All right, Free-to-Play Ollie, super cool guy. He created a guild called the New Free-to-Play Experience, and he started the guild, and it's catering toward early game players. Now, as far as I know, they're full with a waiting list, so I'm not trying to advertise his guild having room for new people, but they started off not being able to do the Heroic Sith Raid, not being able to do, they still can't do Dark Side GOTB, but he's experiencing the early game like people rarely do now, and he is loving it, and he is helping people like crazy. He's living the dream. He's living the dream. Let's look at his stats. We're looking at 1.666 million galactic power, 982,000 characters, 684,000 ships, and he is a monster. 338 pieces of gear donated, so you know he's a donating fool. And let's check his ships. Let's check his ships. Dr. Slide says Project Do It is now active for me. Is that, Dr. Slides, are you doing a YouTube series called Project Do It? I'm not aware about that. Let us know if you are. We'll check it out. Check me out. DOG. Nice Name says, I'm going to go after the spotlight. It's almost midnight and I got to babysit my brother early tomorrow. Okay, well, we'll try to stay focused then and stop messing around. So what he's doing is he's got what looks to be, is this gear 10? I don't know. It might be gear 11. He's got a Geonosian Soldier. That's gear 11. Still making top 50 and I'm guessing top 20 on his payout hour with gear 11. He's got gear 12 on the Spy. Maxed out ship. 6 stars on the Executrix. What's he got on his Tarkin? Wow, impressive, you guys. Look at what he's doing with a gear 11 pilots and a 6-star capital ship. Okay, so he's got the Relic Houndstooth, the Relic Vader, 7-star Vader ship, 7-star Houndstooth. You guys, this is exciting. 5-star Millennium Falcon, and you guys know he's got that double Relic pilots on that bad boy. 7-star Vulture Droid. This is some nice ships. Look at all this farms. He's almost done. Okay, he did say he's 3 shards short on his Anakin ship. Only 3 shards away, so this is about to be 7 stars. Awesome. 7-star Ahsoka. The Umbaran is really close to 7 stars. Wow, you guys, this is not a hyperdrive. This may look like a hyperdrive with these ships being at 5 stars. This is not. This is a totally free-to-play, starting from scratch, not supported by a super big guild. Made his own guild when he started, so they had low players. This is crazy. This is super impressive. Super impressive. And it looks like he's doing the Executrix and the Endurance as his 2 capital ships. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, now let's look at his... look at these characters. He's got 3 members of the CLS team. Relic. He's got Relic 3 Vader, Relic 3 Bossk. He's got the Zeta on Brood Alpha with Gear 12. The Zeta on Moff Gideon. I don't even know what the Moff Gideon Zeta does. I think it's not on Control the Situation. Y'all gonna have to help me out. I'm not sure what the Moff Gideon Zeta is, but he's got it. He's got it. I'm sure it's good because he's got it and he's super smart. General Grievous, Gear 12. He's got Jedi Knight Revan already. Padme already. Jolie with the Zeta. Gotta have that Zeta on Jolie. Admiral Piet, he loves his troopers, you guys. Okay, this is what he said. His favorite team is CLS by far. CLS is his favorite team, okay? He's most proud of his C3PO unlock. Let's look at C3PO. He's got a video that you guys should definitely check out. And I need to check it out, right? After last stream's debacle of doing the C3PO event, I need to check out his video on how to unlock C3PO with super low gear Ewoks. Where's the C3PO? Here he is, 7 stars. So he's got him 7 stars. So let's look at his Ewoks. He says that since the unlock, he has put 2 gear levels on Elder. So Elder did not have, I think this is gear 11. He did not have this gear. He had 2 gear levels prior. Look at the low gear levels. No additional pieces on any of these bad boys. This is low, low, low gear. And he got a 7-star C3PO, which proves that with Ollie's help, we could probably do it too. But Ollie's got some nice mods. Ollie's got some nice mods. But that is his most proudest achievement with this account, is the low, low gear unlock for C3PO. Very nice. Let's check the chat. The Dr. Slide says the project is over Sith Eternal. I don't really post Let's Plays on YouTube, but I post clips of some unlocks and funny moments. Sith Eternal will be my 2nd GL after SLKR. Nice. Nice. Coleman Traber is saying some things that I missed. Let's see if we can scroll up a little bit. DOG says, I checked me donation the other day. I think it's broken. Oh, DOG checked how many you've donated and it's not showing accurately? Coleman Traver says donating fool. Excuse me, you don't like that terminology. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ninja Nugget says, great topic of combo. I get burnout of this game too often. Have taken long breaks 3 times already, and I only started like a year and a half ago. Sometimes a break is the best thing. Sometimes a break is the best thing. But maybe not even taking a break. Try joining a more casual guild where there's less stress and requirements on you. You could just start blossoming like a flower. Dr. Slide says, don't blame him. CLS, Han, and Chewie are the offensive gods of the light side. 3-Pot can assist with blinds, buffs, dispels, and massive damage. C3PO makes the team outright dangerous. He does. He does. And Raphael says, Ollie lets pretty much everyone in the guild. When I entered it, I had an account similar to yours. Okay, so Raphael's talking to Glue at this point. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get back into this roster. This beautiful roster. Gear 12 Django. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's look at this kind of one faction at a time. Let's look at this Galactic Republic. For whatever reason, that's what came to mind. Okay, so he has 5s with the Zeta. Rex, Shaak. So he's got Shaak Clones, you guys. He's got Shaak Clones. Definitely does. He's got Padme with Relic Anakin, Ahsoka, and 7-star Kenobi. So he's got, he probably runs R2 with that team. I'm not sure. He might run Yoda. No, he probably runs Yoda with Jedi Knight Revan. Fantastic. He doesn't have the Qui-Gon Jinn lead, which to me, if you've already invested in Padme, it's not smart to also invest in Qui-Gon because they kind of want to take the same characters. And I had already invested in Padme, and so had he with 2 Zetas. So at that point, it feels like a waste to go after Qui-Gon as well. Okay, let's check his Geos. You guys know we love the Geos. These right here, I'm not sure if they're Watt ready because I think these scallywags need a little more gear, but it doesn't matter because they're not doing Dark Side GOTB. What they are ready to do is wreck in Grand Arena, and I'm sure they do all the time. Imperial Troopers. Let's see here. Oh yeah, he loves these Imperial Troopers, and they're awesome. Let's check some of these speeds, okay? The Imperial Troopers, I remember him having some pretty solid mods. 326, he's got 148 speed on this Gideon. Wowza, this is an early game account, you guys. He's like the exact same. We don't have anybody anywhere near 326. We do not. 249, 114 extra speed on Piet. All right. Dark Trooper, he doesn't need the speed, but I bet you he's still got a little speed on him. A little bit of speed, but he's mostly that damage. Where's it at? 3,000. 3,000 damage at that gear level. That seems pretty good to me. That seems pretty good to me. And Veers and Death and Range and Storm. He's got so many troopers. So many troopers. He's got the options. Plus, he's got, look at this. He's got this Iden, you guys. So he's got enough troopers to run 2 full teams with Iden leading one and General Veers leading the other. Oh, man. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'm sure it's in the plans. I'm sure it's in the plans. So let's look at his Separatist droids. Or Separatists, rather. That's going to include the Geos. General Grievous. Jango's in there. Droidica. Wow, he's got, like, all the teams at a functional level. It's really impressive. He's got a very good Grand Arena-based account. All the things. He's got all the things. And he's got a great account for the Hoth territory battles because the teams that he's got could get, 6 out of 6 waves in Tier 6 light side and 6 out of 6 waves in Tier 6 dark side. So he's building his roster for the guild that he's in. He's not trying to get into a super amazing guild because he's building his own super amazing guild. All right, let's see. You guys want to ask about anything in particular? Does he have the Iden Versio Omicron? I do not believe that he does. Okay, Raphael and Glue are still talking amongst themselves. Let's look at some of the speeds here because he did say we could look at mods. We already saw that beautiful Gideon. Let's look at this Bossk. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this Bossk? 282. Beautiful. Beautiful. Jedi Knight Revan at such low gear, he's still number 3 speed. What's it going to be? 261. Awesome work, you guys. Look at this. And he seems like he's got a lot of mods. A lot of speed mods. He's got one super fast character, but it's like everything is kind of like it all has a super good amount of speed, especially for our level. 260 speed on CLS. Ooh, that's deadly. That is deadly. Sean Gibbons is in the chat. Hey, Padawan. Hope you're having a great Friday. I am. Even better now that you're here, man. Yeah, Coleman Traber, he might go for it. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, he definitely could. The Iden Omicron. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Piet, Grief Karga. So he's got a deadly Bounty Hunters team, a deadly Shaak T, a deadly CLS, a deadly Jedi Knight Revan. Imperial Troopers are beyond deadly. His Geonosians are amazing. His Vader can do amazing work. What does this guy not have at this level? This is awesome. This is awesome. Grievous droids. I forgot about Grievous droids. He's got those Ewoks. You guys know about those Ewoks. You know those Ewoks are something special. And look, my man's got Stormtrooper Han. I know you got to have him for CLS, but still, it makes my heart happy to see some Stormtrooper Han love in there. Enfys Nest is almost done. Wow. What a roster, you guys. What a roster. Beautiful, beautiful. Free-to-play Ollie for all your free-to-play level 1 to 85 needs, plus arriving at Grand Arena with a fantastic roster. This is your man. This is your man. We fought him in Grand Arena, and he had us beat by the stats, but we barely squeaked out a victory somehow. I don't even remember how it was nasty. I know that it was nasty. But we've been friends ever since. Alright, you guys. That is the roster spotlight. We got to get into this Grand Arena. Because I want to play around with my C3PO in a character spotlight. And if we do that next, we're probably not even going to get to the Grand Arena. And I know you guys want to get to that Grand Arena, so let's do it. Let's do it. DOG says, how's he getting all those Toons shards? Wizard. He's a farming machine. He is a farming machine. Is this the one that's your similar start date? It's like, yeah, it's like exactly the same start date. It's within a couple of days. It's within a couple of days. All right, what do we get here? We did get rank 1 in fleet. Yes, yes, yes. I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to click claim. That'll make up for a little of those crystals that we spent haphazardly that I don't regret. I don't regret it. Okay. Padawan, could you maybe show which conquest crate you're on? Maybe after Grand Arena? We'll check that out real quick. I am not doing that well in conquest so far. I'm really struggling with the data discs this time. I think this is still the first crate. Right here. Yep. This is still the first crate right here. I'm struggling with the data discs. I'm making progress, you know. In this sector right here, I'm in sector 2. I don't want the conquest pass. I'm about to come up on this Treya fight. I don't know what that's like, but yeah, I mean, I'm not even halfway through sector 2. But I'm just kind of feeling it out. You know, in conquest, they have 3 conquests kind of back to back that are all basically the same. The feats are basically the same with a few changes. The data discs are basically the same. And so I kind of end up taking the first conquest to figure out what the good data disc combo is. And then I know to go for it in the second and third conquest. I'm hoping to make it at least to crate 4, maybe crate 5. I think we got crate 6 last time. Or no, last time we got crate 5 with 0 refreshes. We could have got crate 6, but we decided we were going to try 1 conquest with 0 refreshes. Even German's back. Night Snipe is out. All right, see you guys. Have fun with JC and Character Spotlight if you get to it. We better get to it. I want to do it. All right, Grand Arena. I tell you what we're going to do. We're not going to be as... I can't say we're not going to be as instructive, because that's what I love about Grand Arena, is breaking down the teams and trying to figure out what's going on with these teams. I didn't look. I want to look at the roster first, you guys. When I saw this roster, I was super afraid. And here's why. Ready for this? Galactic power, 1.7 million. That is very close to our galactic power, which terrifies me. It means he's good at the game. It means he's got good mods, and it means he's got great teams. We're not fighting somebody with 3 million, 3.5 million galactic power who's not super good at the game. We're fighting somebody who's smart. So I knew that it was going to be a slugfest. I don't really know what the path to victory against this kind of opponent is, but what we decided we wanted to do is we decided we want to put our Geos down and our fleet down and hope for the best. He's at fleet rank 4, which means he knows how to use his fleet. But that is basically what we put down. We put down our Geos, which is our best, our one good team. If he kept his Padme team, he can get through this easily. If he kept his Vader, he has a chance. My Geos are kind of anti-Vader a little bit. So I'm hoping that if he brings his Vader, he's not going to check the speeds, and he's not going to see that Soldier is running. What is Soldier running these days? Soldier is running 317 speed. A lot of people aren't ready for that. A lot of people aren't ready for that Soldier, so he kicks it off. And then my Brood Alpha is sporting a lot of tenacity. He's sporting 166% tenacity. He then takes and adds 60% more to that, so he's, 226 tenacity. So I'm hoping that he's going to counter Vader. That's what I hope. I hope he uses Vader here, fails, and then can't clean it up because they're already turn meter loaded. That's my only hope. The Geos are my only hope. And the fleet. I put my best fleet down. If he put his best fleet down, then we're sunk, because I don't think we can beat it. We're going to try. But if he brought his best fleet on defense, it's just going to be a chance if we hold or not. Chance if we hold or not. Okay, Tim Gibbons is in the chat. Hey everyone, what's up, Tim? Welcome, my friend. Dom says, I haven't checked my opponent's defense yet, but I hopefully they didn't place gas on defense. I hope that with you, my friend. Doji says, whoa, that Geo team is probably the best in Lothal. Nice, thank you, sir. I'm very proud of my Geo team. That's one of the things that I'm doing. I'm doing it primarily for fleet, right? Because I want to have the ships good. But I also way overgeared the Geo team compared to what everybody else says to do. I don't care. I love it. I love it. All right, Ilya says 317 soldier. Wow, lol. Yeah. He's the fastest Geo. He's the easiest Geo to make fast. And all the other Geos has something else that they want. You know, Brood Alpha wants tenacity, so you want as much speed as possible, but you gotta have that tenacity. Spy wants the damage. Spy doesn't really need a lot of speed. Poggle could use the speed, but he's slower than Soldier, and Stunpack is hard to make fast. But anyway, alright, let's check and see what he put on defense. I'm not seeing Padme, which means that he's probably brought it, and he's probably going to get through those Geos no problem. What do I see? I see CLS. Okay, this is not a super good CLS. Good. This is not like the meta CLS. This is 3 requirements for CLS, and then CLS and Han. So that's not too bad, and they're not super high geared. Han's still going to shoot first. Alright, Cody led. This team is weird. We're going to have to try to figure this team out, because like I already said, we know that he's smart. So he's probably got some kind of trap on that team that we're going to have to figure out. Even Germ says, did you check if he has Darth Treya or not? I did not check. I did not check. Well, here's the thing about Darth Treya, though, and this is just... This is not any kind of guarantee. This is not any kind of guarantee at all. But I also tried to mod my Geos anti-Treya. Now, the best 2 ways to mod your Geos for anti-Treya is to do a lot of damage and to have high protection, because Treya causes them to damage themselves based on their max health, and I modded them almost exclusively for protection. Now, Brood Alpha has to be modded for health for the brutes to get the most benefit, but everybody else is modded for protection instead of health. It's a chance. There's a chance that they can kill a Treya. It's a chance that they can kill a Treya. DOG says that farm or CLS. DOG says free to play Padawan guarantee. No, there's no guarantee that is anti-Treya. But that's my best shot at it. High damage. I got offense on Soldier. I got speed and crit chance on him, but where I could put primaries that have offense and where I could put damage, I put it on him. I don't know. We'll see. My Spy hits pretty hard. Alright, so this, I'm not super worried about this zone. But this zone looks like it is a darn sight tougher. Yeah, he's got Relic. This is a tough team right here. This is a tough team. This is tough. And these bounty hunters are nothing to sneeze at either. Let's see how fast his Bossk is. His Bossk is sporting 232. He's got some speed on him. Alright, let's look at some of these clones. I don't think I have much on my roster that can take this team out. We're going to have to think this through. Wow, that's a lot of speed on Rex. 273 at this level. That's a very fast Rex. He's going to go first. He's going to go first. And he's not even gear 13. All right. A good bit of speed on Arc, 229. Echo. Echo is sporting 214. That's a good bit of speed on Echo, too. All right, and with is fives... Oh, boy. Is fives modded for the sacrifice or for survivability? It looks like he's modded for survivability, yeah. So even though he will sacrifice, he'll give tons of stats. He's also going to be really hard to kill, because they didn't mod him to sacrifice a lot of stats. They modded him to be hard to kill. Wow, and then let's look at the Shaak speed. Shaak has both Zetas. This is the tough team right here. 256 on Shaak. So we got some speed. We got some speed over here. Coleman Trevor says, for those Geos, I'd reckon needed a high Traya for sure. Yeah, a lot of people like to Relic, Traya, and Scion and try to two-man the Geo team. My hope is that the Geos would kill Scion early, and then it would just be Traya left, and then they would be like broken and bleeding by the time it was over, but then they would kill Traya. If they brought a full Traya team with everybody and everybody was strong, then the Geos would definitely lose. The only way the Geos would win in that case is if he tried to underman it with Traya like that. And the Geos may still lose in that situation. Alright, so what do we have to work with? This is the scariest team. I'm expecting him to be able to full clear, because either he's caught Padme in the back wall, or he brought Padme on offense. Padme will definitely kill my Geos. Geos can't touch Padme, especially if you're in control of Padme. So, if he's going to full clear us, we need to try to full clear him. Now, we do not have much. We don't have much. What do we have? We got our bounty hunters. Our bounty hunters can't handle this team. Our Empire cannot handle this team. Our Padme team might have a chance. Our clones are too slow. Wow. I don't think we can get through that team. I don't think we can get through that team. Now, we could bring our bounty hunters, and we could put the taunt, force the taunt onto Bossk. There's only one AoE here, but these guys are going to rip through my Bossk. They're going to rip through him, and then all it takes is one Rexecute for them to just kill Bossk outright. Let's assign somebody to these other teams. Okay, this bounty hunter team, I think the clones might be able to get through that. He might try it with Vader and fail on your Geos. We could hope. We could hope. He's almost certainly not got Vader on defense, because Vader is not a very common defense. Alright, and this clone team, I'm not thinking of this as much. I think this is just kind of leftovers. I really do. Like I say, I thought that there was some kind of trick. Let's see if we can figure out the trick with this team. What's the lead ability do? Clone allies gain critical chance. All other allies gain half that amount. So it is a leadership for everybody. Cody gains extra defense for every living clone ally, and half for everybody else. And he's got one clone. I just don't think there's much substance to this team. So I'm thinking Bastilla Jedi here, because we should be able to withstand the initial shot from Han Solo and still live. Bastilla Jedi here. I don't really want to use Vader there, but I think Vader there might be our best bet. Which that leaves us bounty hunters and Padme for the south. So what I'm thinking is we try our clones here. It's going to be a nasty battle. It's not going to be pretty banners at all. But we have a chance with our clones here. And then we can try with our Padme team here. And then have the bounty hunters maybe to clean up. And we'll see what's in the back. I don't love it, but it's what it's looking like. Another option is maybe Vader here. Let's look at some of these speeds again quickly. Dr. Slide says, I think if you want to win, kill Shaak T first at all costs, then kill fives, and it should be a cleanup. Well, in that case, if we're planning on a cleanup, we would just kill any of the clones, whoever's the easiest to kill, and let him sacrifice. And it'll be easier to get through a clone than it will be to get through that fives. Almost certainly. I mean, I hear you. Killing Shaak T is great. Definitely great. I would go with Qui-Gon Jinn for the clones. I don't have the Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron, even Germ. I don't have the Qui-Gon Jinn team at all. I have the Padme team instead of the Qui-Gon Jinn. Ewoks against that CLS, that's a great idea, except for that I put them on defense. I put the Ewoks on defense just because, to me, the way that I modded this team is I want people to underestimate it and try to underman it and then get caught. So even though I didn't put a lot on defense, I did. The teams I put on defense were intentionally trying to strip banners if possible. Okay, so we got to clear this front wall. If this first battle goes terribly, we'll just focus on the top, get through ships, and then throw everything else we have at the Shaak team. We're going to start with this bounty hunter team. We're going to save Vader for the back wall. Bring in our Shaak clones here. Shaak's going to die. Fives is going to sacrifice. And then we might be able to mop these guys up. If you trigger 5 sacrifice, then die to the clones, keep the buffs. Next battle, they do not, 30 player. They do not keep the sacrifice stats in the next battle. Just like they don't keep Shaak T's lead. If I kill Shaak, they don't keep Shaak T's lead. Okay. So here we go. We got a really baby clone team, you guys. It is a really baby clone team. But I'm putting a little work into it. I'm putting a little work into it because I'm trying to get more damage in the heroic Sith raid. So here we go. All right. Gosh, gear 8 on Shaak. Gear 8 on Echo. It's nasty. It is nasty. All right. So the plan here is to probably save Boba and Jango for last because we have to kill them twice. Let's kill the 2 bounty hunters that we don't have to kill twice, and we'll try to get a aerial advantage to kill Bossk. So we're going to start off by calling Arc to assist here. And let's save the Dispel with Echo. We're going to put this on Rex because we expect Fives to die. Let's call a mass assist over here on Greedo. Okay, so far so good. 2 bounty hunters down. Here comes the taunt. Now we could dispel with our basic, or we could heal with Shaak T's special. I say we dispel with our basic. I didn't pay attention to if he had the Zeta or not, and he doesn't, which is good. Okay, here comes the sacrifice, probably. All right, like I say, we want to kill Bossk with Rexecute. I'm going to heal up Rex. We don't want to heal up Echo because we want him to die and trigger the sacrifice. All right, let's take the offense up away from Boba. This is going well. Let's give the turn to Rex. Rex is 1 turn away from the execute. Okay, ooh, that healing immunity is bad. That's bad, bad, bad. All right, let's go ahead and get Boba out of here. Let's... I think we'll get back around to Rex if we use the turn meter right now. Let's go ahead and get him out of here. And then we could get the Rexecute here. Do it. All right, it's a win. It's an ugly win, but it's a win. 69 banners. How about that? How about that? Okay, that's the first fight. That's good. That is good. Now we're going to bring Padme in here. Now what's going to happen is Rex is going to go first. He's going to form up, give the whole team a bunch of turn meter. And then everybody's going to go, probably a couple of times. Does Fives have a taunt? Fives does have a taunt, okay? But the good news is Fives' unique is not maxed out, which means he will not get turn meter when we attack Shaak. We have to attack Shaak and get her out early. Because her leadership ability, her heightened reflexes, whenever she or a clone trooper ally takes damage, she gains 20% turn meter. So if we have to kill her one way or the other, we might as well be killing her instead of killing the clones, otherwise she's just going to take a bunch of turns. Does that make sense? If we do a mass assist on somebody other than her, she's going to get 100% turn meter because all 5 of us are going to attack. So we want to get her out early, and then at that point in the fight, we'll assess. Is this going to be a cleanup, and we're gonna just try to trigger the sacrifice before we die, or do we still have a chance to actually win? One of the advantages of taking Padme against this team is, one, they attack out of turn a lot, and Padme has attack out of turn survivability, and two, Padme team does damage based on percent health with the courage mechanic, which means that all the defense that Fives has will not necessarily keep him alive. How much health does he have? So he's modded mostly for protection, so the Padme health damage will not be as good as it would be if he was modded for health. But here we go. Shaak T first. Anybody that's still alive after the initial volley, we'll just do whatever we can. We're not going first, and there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, let's bring in the Padme team. Now, if I had kept my Geos, I could have used my Geos to beat this team, because the Geos are good against Shaak Clones. Believe it or not, the Geos are good against Shaak Clones. Alright, I have C3po in here. He is not staying. I really feel like I should save Yoda for the Bastilla team, although Yoda is the better choice here than Ayla Sakura. Yoda's super squishy though. I think we bring Yoda. We gotta bring everything to have our best chance of winning this fight. I don't know though. We put Ezra on defense. He's our only other Jedi that does damage. We need to keep Yoda. We need to save Yoda. Let's put in Ayla. We could put in Plo, but Plo, one of his best things is that he gives turn meter to the team, and Padme disallows that. She does not allow that. Alright, we could bring in Mace, or we could bring in Ayla. Now, the reason to bring in Ayla, they're both gonna die. Either one of them's gonna die. But Ayla's gonna die easier. So we could trigger Anakin's get upset move. Who has more? Let's just bring whoever has more health and protection. We just need punching bags at this point. Health and protection, that is about 30,000 on Mace. And Ayla is sitting, I'm sure she's less than that, being only 5 stars. Coleman Travers says take Yoda. Yeah, she's just at 23. But they're both at 15,000 health, which is what matters. Coleman Traver, let's look over here. Let's look at this team. I was thinking we should bring the Jedi up top. I was thinking bringing the Jedi against this team. I really would rather have Yoda to defeat this team. If we took our Jedi here instead, then we could probably kill this team without Yoda, because there's not much to this team. But that would leave us using Vader here, and if they stun Vader out of the gate, who do we have left? We got Bounty Hunters. That's for the back wall or cleanup. We got Padme. We got Empire. And Jedi. We got Watt. We got to remember to use Watt if we need to. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my gut, man. We're going to save Yoda, kill this team with Bastilla, and go from there. We could use Thrawn as a 5th to control turn meter. That's a good idea, but if you start bringing people other than... are you talking about on the Bastilla team? The Bastilla team, that would work. But on the Padme team, once you break that Galactic Republic synergy, then I think I know it negatively affects Anakin and Ahsoka, but I think it also negatively affects Kenobi. You really need to have all Galactic Republic on the Padme team to get their full bonuses. Vader takes the CLS team easy with the rest of the Empire. Yeah, I mean, I agree that he should take them easy, but it just depends on who Han stuns first. Galactic Republic with Watt. Yeah, I considered that. But once again, it breaks those bonuses. Let's just really quickly look at those bonuses. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it to break the synergy. If all allies were Galactic Republic at the start of battle, Anakin deals 100% more damage if they were all Galactic Republic. That's kind of the bomb that we're trying to trigger. That's pretty important for Anakin to do that extra damage. Although he's not relicked yet in this GAC. He'll be relicked in the next GAC, so it's not as critical. But let's see what it does for Kenobi. Kenobi, I don't know, does Kenobi have, I don't think he has a full Galactic Republic thing. Let's see. If all allies are Galactic Republic, Kenobi taunts for 1 turn whenever another Galactic Republic ally loses protection up. So yeah, the Kenobi taunt wouldn't be happening. The frequent Kenobi taunt. I think we need to keep the Galactic Republic. And then Ahsoka assisting is also dependent. I think she's just dependent on the leader being Galactic Republic. If the leader's Galactic Republic. Okay. So Ahsoka would still work without somebody else. So we're just gonna bring in Ayla. I like her abilities a little better than Mace. Mace has got an extra dispel. I'm sorry for taking so long, you guys. I'm sorry for taking so long. Oh, I don't have her abilities leveled up hardly at all. 20% chance to call an ally to assist. And this ability recovers health. We're not using her lead and her unique. She's really not. Neither, at her current level, neither her nor Mace are doing much for us. So we're bringing Mace. He's got a little more survivability. He's got a dispel. He has a chance to expose. He doesn't have much going for him, but he's got a little more going for him than Ayla does. Okay, here we go. You guys ready for this? Hold on to your butts. They're about to go crazy on us. And there's nothing we can do until there's something we can do. The good news is Padme should go first if she is indeed still alive. Which means that, oop, there goes Mace. Oh, we got a bonus turn. Okay. We can take the tenacity up off of people. Ooh, okay. Look, if we do the AoE, we're going to give Shaak 100% charm meter, but it's okay. She's already got 100% charm meter. Boom. That's a little bit of damage. We'll take it. Wow, and then Padme gets a bonus turn after. Let's heal up. Let's heal up. We're still in this, putting damage on the Shaak. All those attacks out of turn are giving Kenobi survivability. Ooh, and there goes all of our bonus protection. I should have thought that through. All right, let's take the taunts off. We got to put damage back on Shaak. Mass assist on Shaak. Who does this call to mass assist? All other buffed allies. All right, well then we don't want that. We don't want to do that yet. Mace is hanging in. Let's get Shaak out of here, you guys. Just a basic should killer, I'm hoping. Yes. Okay, Shaak down. Now we got Rex is cooking his let's dispel on 5s. Rex is cooking up his insta kill. Alright, there goes Mace. So let's do a little extra damage to 5s. Wow. Alright. Let's just go for 5s. This is not gonna work. We're not gonna get through this 5s. Let's just keep trying. Keep trying to get through this protection. Oh, Padme first. Okay, we gotta switch tactics. We gotta try to kill. Try to trigger the sacrifice and go for the cleanup. We've lost all protection. Wait, no. Oh, no. We can't go for 5s. We're not getting protection anymore. Alright, so they need to kill Ahsoka, and then Anakin needs to be able to AoE and kill Rex. That's what needs to happen. No, kill Ahsoka. Yes, yes, yes. Kill Rex. Oh, we got it. We got the sacrifice. Man. Still nasty, but we got it, you guys. Brian Thompson heard a corgi. Oh, I'm actually happy with that outcome. Man, that 5s was thick. Do you guys see he wasn't taking damage? He was not taking damage. This is where the fun begins. I did get 1 win. The GAC attack was a struggle bus too. You did get 1 win. What do you mean you got 1 win? You mean you only were able to clear one team? That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks that you were only able to clear 1 team. All right, so what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna bring in our bounty hunters with Watt, and Watt will go first. Watt will go first. We're gonna bring in. Okay. That's probably our best bet. And, I mean, should we bring Mando? We should bring Mando, right? No, Zam's gonna heal us better. Zam's gonna heal us better. And then, let's go to Separatist. Why did you only get one banner if you defeated 2 enemies? That's a good question. Maybe it didn't count as defeating an enemy because of the sacrifice. Maybe it didn't. Alright, we're going to open up with the taunting tech on Bossk, and then we are on a timer to kill Rex before Rex kills Bossk. You guys ready for this? Here we go. Here we go. Hopefully he doesn't have his Padme team. Actually, hopefully he does have his Padme team in the back wall, because then it would be less likely that he gets through our Geos. Okay, tank tech on Bossk. There we go. Now Bossk will perpetually taunt as long as he's got the tank tech. So let's try to throw bombs, get a little healing on Bossk. Let's put this on Zam. Every time they take a turn, Zam's going to get a little bit of turn meter. Bossk will taunt. And then we will do a special to trigger Bossk's bonus turn. And then we're going to do a mass assist over here on Echo just to get our contract. Basic. I do not like how long this is taking me. I do not like how long this is taking me. In the process of trying to get our contract, we are giving up our opportunity to kill Rex. I should have just stuck with Rex. Alright, don't give up now. Rex is about to Rexecute. Hopefully double tap. We got to get this contract. Yes. Alright, what little bit of damage you can do, let's do it. Basic. We got to damage. We got to do damage. It's not much damage, but it's a little bit. Don't do it, Rex. Don't do it, Rex. Don't do it, Rex. Yes! We got him just in time. Oh, man. Well, at least the cleanup is looking like pretty good banners. Alright, just a basic over here. Let's keep our banners up. Dodged it. He dodged the bombs. He's dodging fool over here. Alright, what does this do? We have 3 minutes. Let's take a minute. This revives a random separatist ally. It grants all allies protection over time. And it triggers heal over time. So let's do that. We'll get a little protection over time just to help us with those banners. You know, I did not bring a team with a lot of damage. I'm very thankful that this worked out, because I did not bring a team with a lot of damage. Alright, this should kill him. Come on, baby. Yes! Alright, that is max banners for the cleanup. We'll take it. We will take it. Coleman Traver says, don't need Watt. I wanted Watt because they were going to get to go first. They had turn meter to start, preloaded turn meter, and Watt put the focus on Bossk and forced them to go for Bossk, because Watt gets a bonus turn at the beginning of the fight. Alright, let's see what he put in the back. It is not Padme, which means that he is going to full clear, which means we must full clear. Let's see what we have left. Alright, we need 3 teams left, and I don't think we have 3 teams. We might have to do some fancy footwork here. Alright, we've got our Jedi, and we've got our Empire, and then we've got Scrubs. I don't like it, guys. I do not like it. Alright. Here's the plan. We are going to try to solo this team with a Gear 11 Vader. Okay? We're going to try to solo this team with a Gear 11 Vader. Raphael says, wow, they full-on stole that one banner. Right there, they only gave you 3. In the last battle, they just gave you 1 for defeated enemies. Well, that has to be the 5 sacrifice. I mean, because I didn't really kill anybody. I mean, I guess I did. I did. Vader with crap versus CLS and Empire versus another team. That's exactly what I'm thinking, Coleman. That's exactly what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking my Empire against CLS. Because you can't take only 1 character in against a team that's got 2 stuns. No stun. No stun. Here's a stun. Does Cody have a stun? I do not even know Cody's kit. I do not even know Cody's kit. This calls clone allies and one random ally to assist. And this will stun if it hits at least 2 critical hits. Okay. Well, that means that if we bring in the solo, he can only hit 1 critical hit, right? So he can't stun. Gosh, Gear 12. I mean, Gear 11 Vader solo. I don't think we can do it. But I don't think that we can afford to spare any other Empire to go with him. And he's not going to go fast because he's not going to have any Empire with him. All right, let's look at some of these speeds. Vader solo top team, Jedi CLS, Tarkin Empire the back wall. That's what we need to do. I was thinking Tarkin Empire the CLS, but Jedi has a better chance against the CLS. You're right, Dr. Slides. You're right. You're right. You're right. A crappy team could beat that Cody too, I think. Well, because he's planning to, I'm sure he's planning to full clear. We need to full clear with decent banners too, because we already dropped a battle. What kind of speed do we have here? 164. Yeah, you guys are saying Vader solo. You guys are saying Vader solo. 164. My Vader is not fast, but he's gonna have plus 16 speed. 134. What have we got here? This is Scout. Okay. 181 on Scout. Scout's pretty quick. That was only plus 44 speed. He was 181. I feel like I can't bring a Vader solo. I need to have some kind of option. I would feel much more comfortable with Vader Thrawn, because then Thrawn can, you know, give him the protection recovery. All right, so I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's take a look at this back wall. Can undersize Empire and Jedi by 1. You're probably right. This team is not nothing. This team is not nothing. And they've got the extra speed from Tarkin lead. What kind of speed we got here? 231. TIE Fighter pilot is zippy, man. He is zippy. We got a couple of AoEs on this team. I don't love Empire versus this team. I don't love Empire versus this team. Because Mara Jade is super squishy. And Dooku's gonna counterattack. Tarkin's gonna AoE. TIE Fighter pilot's gonna AoE. There's 2 tanks. I would feel much better with Jedi versus this team. So can we do Jedi? Can we do Empire versus this team, the CLS team? If we do that, we definitely need Thrawn. All right, just ability block Bane and Scout, because Scout also has a stun. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you. And feeds the turn meter. Kills Scout first, then Bane. Trust the Vader. You guys are saying trust the Vader. All right. What do we got? We got even if we just bring garbage Empire, it'll still give him a little speed, or Sith. So Vader. Okay, here we go. This will be worse banners, but this will be more speed. Eight. And this way we can save Thrawn. Alright, we'll bring one more. These guys are potential lost banners, but with the speed that they give, Vader might be able to kill everybody before anybody takes damage. Palp lead, Tarkin, Thrawn, and Mara absolutely roll that back wall. I mean, I hear you, but my Mara is gear 7. My Palp is like gear 9. I don't know what that is. I mean, my Tarkin can, like, almost one-shot him, right, with his AoE. So it's not like we're going to lose. I'm just trying to think of banners at this point. Isn't Vader's speed thing based on Palp? No, Vader's speed thing is based on his own unique. The no escape unique. At the start of each encounter, Vader gains 8 speed until the end of the encounter for each Empire ally, Sith ally, Jedi enemy, and Rebel enemy. So Mara inflicts daze on her basic against Dooku, but you don't want to do Mara's basic first, you want to do her specials first. Thing is, if I fracture Dooku, I'm thinking... If I fracture Dooku, then Mara's fine, right? Alright, let's just do this. These guys are not helping except to give Vader more speed. And I know that we're losing potential banners, but I'd rather get the clear. Alright, we do not want to open with the Force Crush because we do not have Palpatine lead. We want to open with this. We want an ability block here. It's okay if Mace takes a turn. Here we go. Let's just do basics all around. Basic, that's good. Basic, that's good. Basic, yes. Yes. Yes! Okay, 65 banners. Thanks for all the help, guys. The speed was good. Apparently it wasn't necessary as long as I could have outspeeded him in the first place. I should have trusted Vader like you guys said. If you're worried about Mara, Thrawn should be able to help control the TIE pilot, and Dooku plus the Gear 7 Mara should be fine. Vader solo versus CLS DOG. Okay, so now the question is, Empire here or Empire down south? You guys are saying Empire down south. So let's do it. I'm going to listen to the chat. Empire down south. This is a non-Vader Empire. So we don't have really a good speed to start with. None of my Empire are fast, and Vader can't be considered fast, but he's usually who opens it up. So we'll see how this goes. You guys ready? I mean, we're not going to lose, right? Because they're not going to kill Tarkin. But hopefully they don't take a turn. That's the idea. That's the idea. Empire on the south. They went first. It's alright. I can get turn meter from this. And let's go ahead and soften them up a little bit. Yes. This is gonna be nasty banners. If I give the turn to Mara, then Mara can get us up and running. Even if she dies as a result of these 2 turns, she should still help the team live. Oh, she was stunned. Okay. All right, let's remove the turn meter. That's actually going to let TIE Fighter Pilot go first again. That was not a good move. All right, I should be able to basic him to kill him. Okay, he's out. That's something. That is something. All right, who are we going to fracture? Tarkin, because TIE Fighter Pilot's already done his AoE. All right, here we go. More debuffs. There we go. And now let's hit the stagger here. Let's hit the stagger here. Let's get the stun. Let's armor shred. And let's just start finishing him off one at a time here. Let's finish him off. This is looking like bad banners, but it's definitely looking like a W. Definitely feeling like a W. Let's see if we can finish him off. There we go. I would love to get one more turn meter swap to top somebody off, but I don't know that it's going to happen. He's the closest one to take a turn next. Got the stagger again. That's good. Too big of a hit right now. Too big of a hit. We're trying to get back around to Thrawn maybe one more time. Let's hit the stagger. If we do this, it'll remove enough debuffs and hopefully Thrawn will go. Thrawn's close to going. Oh, come on, Thrawn. Okay, here we go. Who am I going to top off? I feel good about Palpatine. Tarkin almost certainly is not at max banners, but I know Palpatine will get there. There we go. Let's just finish him off. Stopping in to say hello. What's up, Cody Bowden? Yeah, I lost 3 banners. That's all right, though. We got the W on that fight. I'm doing good, Cody. How you doing? How you doing? We're trying to micromanage our way through this grand arena. We now have our Jedi. We saved Yoda, which I feel good about. This is still probably not a fantastic win, but I guess we're taking Ayla. We're bringing. I know undersizing has the potential to give you more banners, but I really feel like the more the better when you're not sure that you're gonna win. All right, so here we go. Bastilla Jedi lead. We got to try to take out Han Solo. Preferably with assists or with Yoda. So Han's going to stun somebody. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go after Han with Yoda. Okay. We still have max banners at this point. Let's just do a basic. R2-D2 smoked everybody. Let's put some ability blocks out there. Ooh, all ability blocks. I like that. I like that. Let's go ahead and steal some buffs and finish off Han, and then we'll spread the buffs. Bastilla won't get any. A basic for turn meter for Yoda. Let's get turn meter for the whole team. Another AoE. And more turn meter for Yoda with a basic. Yoda's third special is good for removing turn meter, but it doesn't give him any turn meter. All right, they're all still under stealth. Let's just use a basic because we might need that buff dispel in a minute. Let's get the taunt up with old Ben. Big hit, even though it's not that big. All right, now we can go after whoever we want. I feel like Leia is going to be the hardest one to catch out of stealth. So I want to go ahead and go for Leia. AoE whenever we can. This is feeling like good banners here, you guys. All right, now here's a chance where I'm going to try to remove turn meter from CLS with Yoda's third special. This won't stun him. Ooh, it almost just killed him. All right, this is looking good for banners, you guys. Let's go ahead and get that stun now. Oh, no stun. Ooh, that could have been bad if we didn't have protection up. All right, 65. 65. Yeah, I could have brought in Han Solo there. That would have been a good idea. But then he wouldn't have had the bonus protection. He would have had a chance to lose the banners. Okay, here's hoping this is not their good fleet. And it is not their good fleet, but it is a good fleet. So this is a Mace versus Mace mirror. You guys ready for this? We bring in Anakin and Ahsoka. Why? Because Ahsoka has a little less health than Anakin currently. They should go after Ahsoka. That should get Anakin upset and get some bonus turns. We bring in our heals, our tank, and our 5s. Here we go. Cody Bowden says, I'm great. Well, I did bust my knee up for 3 weeks, but I'm almost good now. Still daily grinding Swugga. Also finished Boba this week. Nice! Nice, dude. What happened to your knee? Was it like probably some kind of an awesome outdoor activity that you were pursuing? You got busted up. Okay, when you are fighting all 3 Geos, you always want to go for Soldier first. If you go for Spy first, then Spy will put Soldier into Stealth. And this might finish him off. It did. So Soldier down, that's good. There's the stun, that's fine. We're okay with him being stunned. All right, let's do one of those of our own. Now we're going after Sunfac. We want to save big hits only for Spy. Basic. Let's go ahead and drop an AoE on Spy. And let's bring in some damage. Houndstooth has the taunt under control right now. Let's bring in some damage. Time to mace each other, Brian Thompson says. Let's go. This is feeling good so far. I'm not sure what he's going to bring out as a reinforcement. Houndstooth is going to lose his taunt soon. Let's use our buff dispel from Ahsoka over here. So far, only Houndstooth taking the damage, which is great. Basic, we got to get Sunfac out of here. Let's refresh the taunt on Bossk. Ooh, and he put the taunt on Spy. Interesting. Well, let's take advantage of that and kill Spy. Spy can't go into stealth while Spy is taunting. That's an interesting strategy, Mace. All right, now let's bring in... I mean, bring it in the heals, but we don't need any heals right now. I guess let's bring in... Neither of these ships do much damage. Clone Sergeant versus Plo Koon. I'm guessing Clone Sergeant does a little more damage, plus at least his taunt will persist as long as he's got protection. I just hope they don't bring in an AoE, because that could really mess up our banners right now. We need to go for Boba Fett before he does his attack under protection. Let's use the big hit on Ahsoka, because there's no sense wasting it. On Boba, this AoE here should finish Boba off. Alright, now... Let's do the protection up. Ahsoka's going to cleanse herself. If we let her take a turn and get that... Yeah, we were worried about that. Let's heal a little bit of protection. Alright. This could kill her. No, it did not. I'm thinking we got pretty close to max banners here, you guys. Pretty close. 70. Yeah. All of them full health, full protection. That was a great fleet battle. That could really help us with that W. Chances are, even if they do clear our fleets, what they probably will, it won't be that clean. All right. Well, I feel good about that, you guys. We had one drop battle, but we got through it. Thanks for all your help on that one. Dr. Slide says, Endurance Geos aren't that great, but are a threat simply because of Geo Synergy. Yep. Yep, Cody Bowden. Legendary story. I was walking and then turned and my knee came out of socket. Are you serious, dude? That's terrible. That's terrible. Betrayed by your own ligaments, Brian Thompson says. We got Bylus in the chat. Bylus, you were just in time for the C3PO character spotlight. I want to take so much time with this guy, but we just can't because we're almost out of time. But we're going to break into him a little bit. I'm super excited about C3PO. I'm running him with the Padme team, and we're going to start with what teams he is good with and why. As soon as I find him. Oh, he's at the top because I've got him marked. He is at the top. Here we go. 3-minute C3PO? I don't think about a 3-minute C3PO, but we're going to do maybe like a 10-minute C3PO. Look at how many unique abilities C3PO has, you guys. Passive abilities in this game are amazing. You don't have to do anything to activate them. They are always happening. And he has 5. He has 5 unique abilities. C3PO is an amazing, amazing character. He's only got 2 abilities that he can do, but there are 5 things going on in the background. This intermediary is what makes him good specifically with the Galactic Republic. But let's look at his tags. He's light side, support, droid, Galactic Republic, Rebel, and Resistance. And it doesn't even show up here that he works really well with the Ewoks as well. Let's look at intermediary first. At the current level that I have it, which, let's just look at it at the max level, okay? All allies have 10% defense penetration. That's all allies all the time. It doesn't matter what they are. If C-3PO's on the team, they have 10% defense penetration. Each time a Galactic Republic or Ewok ally gains a different, non-unique, non-protection buff, it's very specific, they gain 15% protection up for 2 turns, which does not stack with itself. What does this mean? This means that while he's on the Padme team, anytime General Kenobi gives somebody critical hit immunity, when they're crit, they also get protection up. While on the Padme team, when the character has protection up, they cannot be crit, and they are immune to debuffs, period. So having protection on the Padme team, having protection up, is difficult to maintain because every time they take a turn, they just spell it on themselves and turn it into courage, right? Well, if C3PO is on the team, every time they get crit, they're getting protection up because of this right here. And then Galactic Republic allies have 10% defense penetration for each stack of translation. This is doubled for Ewoks. So this is something that you guys are going to see. As we look at C3PO, he has a buff. Each unique has a buff to everybody, a specific buff to a specific faction, but then it also applies to Ewoks as well. Ewoks get the full benefit of C3PO, but each faction only gets a specific piece of the puzzle. The Galactic Republic piece of the puzzle is this protection up, which really is amazing on the Padme team, and he just has to be on the team. He doesn't even have to do anything to make this happen. It is amazing. It is amazing. Okay. C3PO is expensive on the ability mats. Yeah, he is. After those Ewoks, they drained me dry. They drained me dry. Dr. Sly, C3PO is a character that is very good, but needs some of the worst characters to unlock him. Not happy that I need him if I want to finish up my CLS. Dude, you need him. Everybody needs 7 C3POs. I mean, you want them all over the place. You want them all over the place. They're Ewok lives matter. Oh, we got Tushy Tickler. Save the children. What's up, Tushy Tickler? I don't think I've ever met you before. Welcome to the stream. Excited to have you. Excited to have you. Okay, so translation. It mentioned translation. We'll talk about that in a minute. Wait for me. We'll look at it at second to max level. This is one of his Zetas. At max level, we'll show you what it does. C3PO and R2-D2 have 10% evasion for each of their own stacks of translation. When there are no other allied combatants, C3PO escapes from battle. So this just means that you don't have to kill him, but it also means in something like the Sith raid, you can use him in a fight, and if he's the last one standing, he'll escape, and you can use him in another team in the Sith raid or any raid if he actually escapes and doesn't gets killed. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. And once again, it's mentioning translation. Here's the specific C3PO R2-D2 synergy. Cyborg relations. Let's look at this. Oh, I said I was going to say what this Zeta does. It's at the start of the encounter, C3PO and R2-D2 gain translation for 3 turns. So it's 1 free translation stack at the beginning of the battle. We'll talk about translation in a minute, like I keep saying. Okay. Alright, so here is Cyborg Relations. This is how he works with the Rebels. This is what makes him so good on the CLS team. All allies have 10% potency. That's for everybody, not just Rebels. Whenever a Rebel or Ewok ally uses their basic ability, they inflict expose on the target enemy for 2 turns, which cannot be evaded. For each stack of translation, Rebel allies have plus 10% potency doubled for Ewoks. So once again, Ewoks get the benefit, plus 1 faction, which is Rebels. Who does a lot of basics? What Rebel team does a lot of basics? Mon Mothma does tons of basic abilities. If you put C3PO on the Mon Mothma team, you are wrecking with all those exposes. CLS, he's amazing on the CLS team because Han and Chewie and Chewpio are constantly doing basic abilities. And they're putting tons of exposes. An expose is a debuff that when you hit an enemy with it, it does 20% health damage to them. So you can melt enemies with that expose. Now this is interesting. This says that the Rebel ally or Ewok, it says they inflict expose on the target enemy. So based on this wording, I don't know what the truth is. Based on this wording, it seems like it depends on the potency of the Rebel that's using a basic. Something to keep in mind. If you guys know and can tell me otherwise, let me know, because I do not know about that. DOG says all of them. That's probably something that I just said needs repeating. Okay, that's the Rebel one. So we have a Galactic Republic special, a Rebel special, and now here's a Resistance special. But just because C3PO is on the team, all allies have extra 10% critical damage. He's amazing just from being on the team. Whenever a Resistance or Ewok ally uses their special ability, they inflict offense down on the target enemy. For each stack of translation, Resistance have 10% critical damage doubled for Ewoks. So Resistance benefit, Rebels benefit, Galactic Republic benefits. And then R2-D2 specifically has a benefit. Now, he's got 2 active abilities that he can use. One of them inflicts Confuse, and one of them inflicts Translation. Those are the 2 status effects that we need to be aware of when we're talking about C3PO. Oh my goodness is his mass assist, and this is a Zeta. The max is a Zeta. I really feel like this Zeta is worth it. It adds 2 Confuse stacks to the enemy. Both Confuse and Translation, you're trying to get him to 3 stacks. You want to get 3 stacks of Translation on you, 3 stacks of Confuse on the enemy, and we'll talk about why. When he uses Oh My Goodness, he gains potency up and stealth. So this is how he puts himself in stealth. Then he and the target other ally gain Translation for 3 turns. So he gets a stack, they get a stack. C3PO inflicts Confuse twice on the target enemy with the Zeta, and then calls all other allies with Translation to assist, dealing 50% less damage. Alright, so he can put Translation on himself and somebody else with this ability, 1 stack. The basic. C3PO inflicts unique debuff, Confuse, for 3 turns. Maximum 3 stacks. This can't be evaded or copied. It can be resisted, but it can't be evaded or copied. If the target is already confused, the duration of their stacks resets to 3 turns. Reduce the target's turn meter by 6%, and 3% more for each stack of Translation. So let's get our music going again. So it's starting to get confusing up in here. It's starting to get confusing, but basically, with his basic, he's doing 2 things. He's doing several things, but 2 main things. He's inflicting 1 stack of Confuse, and he is reducing the cooldowns of anybody on his team with 3 stacks of Translation. So if they have 3 stacks of Translation, every time he uses his basic ability, he reduces their cooldowns. If the enemy is confused, he confuses them even more. Confused. The first stack is a buff immunity. If they have 1 stack of Confused, they can't gain buffs. If they have 2 stacks, they cannot counter, assist, or gain bonus turn meter. So it's like a daze. So 1 stack of Confused is like a buff immunity. 2 stacks of Confused is like a daze and a buff immunity. And then when this character uses their basic ability, increases the enemy cooldowns by 1. If they have all 3 stacks, they can't gain buffs, they can't gain turn meter, and their cooldowns are increased by 1. So you want to confuse the enemy who's the most dangerous, basically. And this works differently on Galactic Legends. Okay. So where does it talk about Translation? Okay. If a character already has, with this Mass Assist ability is how he applies Translation. The character already has Translation, the duration for all current stacks on that character resets to 3. If all allies that can apply Translation are defeated, all stacks of Translation expire. So if C3PO dies, Translation goes away from your team. What does Translation do? First stack, max health. Second stack, critical chance. Third stack, every time C3PO uses a basic ability, it decreases your allies' cooldowns by 1. This is another reason why he's so good on the CLS team, the Padme team, the Resistance team. It's because when they use their specials a lot, and C3PO is constantly reducing the cooldowns on their specials, which lets them use their specials a lot more. Now, where does it say that they put Translation on themselves? I'm not even sure where it says that. Intermediary. Wait for me. Maybe it's wait for me at a higher level? No. Protocol droid. Oh, this is the one we didn't look at. Here we go. Expose and confuse. Anger Fist says too boring. I hear you, man. I hear you. Okay, C3PO has plus 15. Okay, let's look at it at the max. He's got plus 20 speed, so he just gives himself 20 speed. While C3PO is active, Galactic Republic, Rebel, Resistance, and Ewok allies gain translation for 3 turns each time they use a special ability. So everybody in our team is giving themselves translation, plus he can give stacks to an additional person. And so you want translation, you want these beneficial stacks, but the biggest thing you want is you want 3 stacks of translation on you, you want 3 stacks of confuse on the enemy. Let's try them out and show you guys how this works. Now you guys know that we just worked on our Ewoks a little bit, so we're gonna start him off with the Ewoks, because the Ewoks get all of these benefits. All right, let's jump in here to, I don't know, tier 4, something like this, just to have an arena to try him out with. So we're going to do the Ewoks. We're gonna bring in Chirpa Lead, we're gonna bring in Logray, and we're gonna leave out Elder for this, just for this testing. And then droid C3PO. Here we go. Okay. We might have to step it down a tier if this is too hard. Yeah, Ven Lionheart, where I was just reading Protocol Droid, you're right. I ended up finding it, jumping around a little bit too much. Okay. Oh man, I can play with this guy for a couple of hours and we just don't have that much time. Okay, so we want to use specials. If we're Ewoks, we want to use specials to capitalize on Chirpa's lead, but also to get translation. So let's call Chirpa to assist. Now watch, we're gonna see we inflicted expose with a basic thanks to 3PO. Now let's do this right here. Use a special call of mass assist. Not only do we get 1 stack of confuse with C3PO, we got a bunch of exposes. A bunch of exposes from all the Ewok basic abilities. Let's try this right here. Death Trooper's down for 1 count. Let's call Chirpa to assist here. He down. Let's remove some turn meter right here. So these basic abilities that the Ewoks are doing are getting exposes on the field thanks to C3PO. We're also getting, you guys see we're getting this translation stack. We're getting more health from it, more critical chance, plus C3PO, when he uses his basic ability, he's going to reduce cooldowns. Let's put 1 more stack of translation on Chief Chirpa, call a mass assist, and do a bunch of exposes with it. Let's get another stack of translation on Paplu. Now Paplu's counterattacking and inflicting expose. Okay, here we go. Turn meter for the team. I should have done a higher tier. I should have done a higher tier. Can Elder revive C3PO? Elder can revive anybody. He's got 2 revive abilities. We could take a look at him. But this team, I mean, Elder instead of Paplu is another great option. I think that's what Coleman Traber likes to do. Alright, so right now we're in a situation where we've got tons of translation on the field. Wicket's got 3, Chirpa's got 3, Paplu's got 2, Logray's got 2. Which means when we use a basic with C3PO right here, all of these cooldowns are going to be really reduced. And now we can do the mass assist again. And then Chirpa, look, Wicket has his cooldowns fully ready. He can use either one that he wants right now. Let's try a higher tier with that. Let's try a higher tier. So that's what the Ewoks get all the benefits. The extra potency, the extra crit damage. Let's go up 2 tiers higher. We're probably going to get wrecked because of the speed, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I didn't know he had that much synergy with Ewoks, since literally everyone always uses him with CLS, sometimes with Padme. Yeah, he's got a lot of synergy with Ewoks, but there's 2 things that make him, well, there's a lot of things that make him special, but the 2 main things people are concerned about with C3PO is the expose on basic, only Rebels and Ewoks get that, and the translation stacks reducing your cooldowns. Anybody can benefit from that. It doesn't matter what faction they're in. In fact, I want to try it with Vader and see if we can get Vader's Merciless Massacre cooldown reduced by C3PO. I mean, you know, that's got to happen at some point, right? That Vader made C3PO work for him. All right, let's try the same thing we did before. Mass assist right here. Bunch of exposes doing tons of damage. Now, you know what? I shouldn't be killing him. I need to be killing this scallywag because he's got a buff dispel. He's going to take all our translation stacks away. Let's take his turn meter away. We're just spamming specials here. Let's go ahead and put it on Chief Chirpa, the last translation stack. Now Chirpa has 3. Let's get the taunt up over here. Ooh, you ought not have done that. You're going to get the wrath of the Ewoks. Oh, you are too. Got him. All right, let's take this guy's turn meter away. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that was the wrong move. Okay. We want to attack somebody with Chirpa that's got more than 50% turn meter. There we go. Let's continue attacking with Chirpa. So now we're getting a bunch of translation stacks on the field here. Wicket is going to be able to use his AoE a bunch. Now, the problem is that our C3PO is slow. I have bad mods on him. He's gear 7 or what have you, so he's not getting to use his basic as much. Oh my gosh, the game is crashing, you guys. It can't handle the glory of C3PO. It cannot handle the glory. All right, so there's the stack of Confused. It also reduced the cooldowns on everybody with 3 stacks of translation. Let's attack somebody with more than 50% turn meter. And we're back with the mass assist ready to go. Let's take away his turn meter. We got to kill this guy before he does a buff dispel. So we can't go above 3 translation stacks. But you see what we've got here is we've got, I'm just going to put it on auto. We've got the Ewoks doing a lot of exposed damage, and C3PO is reducing their cooldowns a lot. Just from being on the team, they're getting extra potency, extra crit damage, extra something else that I already forget. He's an amazing passive character, and these stacks of Confuse are something that definitely. This is a gear 12 team, and these are gear 8, 9 Ewoks with C3PO. They're getting the job done. The Wrath of the Ewok sounds like a great idea for a book. GC was smart change for character spotlight. Good change. Thank you, DOG. I appreciate it, sir. Now, same tier. I don't have CLS, okay? I don't. But who do I have? What rebels do I have? I don't even care. We're just gonna keep going here. We have the Phoenix. You guys ready for this? Zeb has a lot of exposed synergy. We're going to leave Kanan out for this one. Here we go. The Phoenix with C3PO. You never thought you'd see it. The Phoenix are rebels, so they're going to benefit from the expose on basic. So let's see if we can get our Phoenix squad, which is not good. It's good enough for a 7-star Thrawn, but it's just good enough for a 7-star Thrawn. I should have restarted. All right, let's just go ahead and start with the exposes right out of the gate here. We're probably going to get wrecked. Okay, so let's give this to Ezra. We want Ezra to be the one that gets the translation. Ezra's going to call Chopper to assist, get some turn meter flowing. The exposes are really helping us do this damage. Hera, let's do an ability to get a little translation. I would love to be able to hit this stagger, but it's too late. There go our stacks of translation. Oh, and there goes Hera. Alright, so this didn't work. The Phoenix just are not on the same par as the Ewoks. But you guys see with the basics that they're inflicting these exposes. See what I'm saying? Because of C3PO. But the Phoenix, he just can't elevate them to the level of these Imperial Troopers at this point. This was the same tier we just did with the Ewoks. You guys saw how easy it was with the Ewoks. Ewoks are greater than Phoenix. It's proven here. Not that that was in doubt. C3 Phoenix. You inspired me to try out Mon Mothma with C3PO. If I had it, I would definitely be trying it. Okay, we don't have resistance either, but let's talk about the Padme team. Not talk about it, let's throw them in here. With Padme. So we can see there are a couple of characters on the Padme team that you want their abilities ready to go. I mean, it's pretty much Padme, right? Padme, you want her heal and her kick cooldown reduced as much as possible. So we're going to be focusing all the translation on Padme. And then we're going to try Vader, just because I want to see if it works. I mean, in theory, it should work, right? In theory, it should work. Okay, so Padme's going to use a special. We got to do something to this scallywag, or he's going to dispel all of our buffs. We got to kill him 3 times. Oh, man, it's so laggy, you guys. I'm sorry. Alright, we're going to put this on Padme. Are we going to be able to kill him in time? This should do it. So we're just trying to use specials, right? Now you notice that Padme calls an assist and Kenobi calls an assist, both of which C3PO assists at using his basic, which could reduce cooldowns. So here we go, we're going to use another special from Padme. She was at 3 stacks already. But you see, that called 3PO to assist. Just her special itself called him to assist. This was too easy of a tier. Her special called him to assist, which made him use his basic, which reduced the cooldowns on Padme. Look at this. Padme's cooldowns are already ready to go again. Both the heal and the kick. So we use the kick. C3PO attacks again with his basic. Padme's cooldowns are reduced again. Once the Padme team gets in this situation where the Padme herself has 3 stacks of translation, you can forget about it. This team is going to just keep on rocking. What does that mean? If you're attacking the Padme team and C3PO is on the team, you either have to kill C3PO or you need to bring a buff dispel. You got to be able to get those translation stacks off of Padme. Padme with the Falcon kick. I want to keep playing with this. But we just don't have the time. We're going to do one more battle with Darth Vader. We're not even focusing that much on Confuse. Confuse is really good. The Confuse side of C3PO is really good. But the translation side of C3PO is what we're focusing on, plus all of the passive buffs. Okay, so we're going to bring in Empire. I know we're laggy, but if we restart at this point, we're going to lose time. So let's bring the turn meter swap, and let's bring Mara Jade. We'll leave Tarkin on the bench. So now, is Vader gonna get 3 stacks of translation during his Merciless Massacre? That's the question. And then whenever C3PO uses a basic, he's gonna get Vader closer to his Merciless Massacre again. Okay, still super laggy. Alright, we're gonna open up translation stack, right? Yep, wait. No translation stack from C3PO? I didn't pay attention. It might be light side only. Let's back out. Let's read it. This is why we test, you guys. Apparently it's gonna be light side only. Vader cannot coerce C3PO to help him. Where's he at? C3PO. So what are some things you can do with C3PO using his translation stack cooldown reduction? Phase 1 of the Sith Raid, Rex plus C3PO is a good combo. Although you lose out on one of the clones on your team if you put C3PO. C3PO reducing Rex's cooldowns using all 3 stacks of translation can really help Rex get more Rexecutes out. The Padme team is a great place. The Mon Mothma team is a great place. The CLS team is probably the best place. You just can't beat those exposes that he causes rebels to do on their basic, plus all of these other shenanigans. Let's see here. While he's active. Oh, okay, so it's not even light side, you guys. It's only... Okay, so this is good that we're reading this. I'm learning about this character with you. I apologize. While he's active, Galactic Republic, Rebel, Resistance, and Ewoks, just those 4 factions, gain translation for 3 turns. So it's not even light side, it's just those 4 factions. So he can reduce the cooldowns of all 4 of those factions. Galactic Republic, Rebel, Resistance, and Ewoks. He's a super great tune. I want him 4 times. I want him for each of those teams that we, well, not Phoenix. They didn't get it done. Sorry, guys. But they're garbage, Phoenix. I don't want to treat them too badly. The exposes that C3PO was bringing to the table just wasn't enough to get it done. But Coleman Traver's got to go. Walk the dog. See you, Padawan. Thanks for the stream. Thank you. DOG, you're right. Rebel, Resistance, and Ewoks, you're right. And Galactic Republic, too. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, yeah, DOG, I was wrong about Lightside. I was wrong about Lightside, but that's what you get for never really playing with the character. That's how we learn. We play with the characters, you guys. How do you mod him? Speed and potency. Survivability. That's it. His potency is primarily for his Confuse. This Confuse is really good, but it is resistible. It can't be evaded. It can't be copied, but it can be resisted. He gives himself some potency. What is it? Wait for me. No. Intermediary. He's got so many abilities. He's got so many abilities. He gives himself at the maximum level 10% potency. So he gives himself a little potency. For each stack of translation, he gets 10% more potency. So he's got potency built into his kit. He gives himself potency up when he uses Oh My Goodness, right? So you don't have to mod him for potency. Speed and survivability is the best, but a little potency is going to help. I've got a potency cross on him, I think I do. I don't know that it's necessary, because like I said, as far as based on the verbiage, the expose that is inflicted on the basic is determined by the rebel or Ewok that does the basic. But who knows how that goes? Somebody knows out there, but I don't know. But you guys, I had fun today. We covered how to overcome burnout. Memory loss is the other thing we have to overcome. We covered how to overcome burnout. We had a wild GAC. We did a roster spotlight of our main free-to-play Ollie, and we broke out the C3PO and had a little fun with him. You guys, I stream every Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. I try to stop at 7, but it's been going later lately. I got to rein that in, get that back under control. But it's the weekend, you know, it's the weekend. Have some fun. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being active in the Free-to-Play Nation Discord. If there's anybody there asking questions, somebody is always on top of those questions, helping them out with mods, with legendary unlocks, with all kinds of things. Who you should go for, who to relic, how to relic, all those things. If you guys need help, that's the place to be. I'm having a blast. Thank you for letting me live my dream like this, and I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget that Jesus loves you.
Is it done? So they can see that?
Hmm?
Can they see that?
They can hear though.
Oh, they can hear me talking?